The sisters are busy sending gifts to Master Jia, but mom and dad are busy eavesdropping on your thoughts, and their fists are slowly clenching. You lie on your bed in the bedroom, scrolling through the juicy gossip about your sisters, completely unaware that everyone in the living room is also following along. Wow, big sister has a crush on Gu Huai, like a romantic crush. She even secretly kissed him in high school. What? Mom's face changes, her eyes sharp as she looks at Gu Huai. Gu Huai can't hear the thoughts. But mom's gaze makes him nervous. Big sister and third sister's hearts skip a beat. Who just spoke? Second sister Gu Qinghan, already used to hearing your thoughts, takes it in stride and gives big sister a complicated look. Your thoughts ring out again, TSK, good thing it was just a kiss on the cheek. If it were on the lips, what would that make the siblings? But since they're not blood related, kissing is fine. They could just get married when they grow up. Gu Wanqing suddenly stands up, scanning the room. Desperate to find who's talking nonsense. Gu Qinghan is suddenly no longer in a hurry to call you. Eating this gossip is fun. She sits back down. Gu Qingxue glances at big sister's expression. Seeing how blooming she is, she also quietly sits down, her mood complicated. Big sister likes Gu Huai. That's a bit inappropriate. Mom sees Gu Wanqing suddenly stop fussing. She quickly figures it out and tells the servants to bring fruit. Let's eat. Looks like everyone can hear. Then this is going to be fun. Ha ha. Big sister even wrote Gu Huai a love letter, planning to give it to him secretly after he graduates. It's still hidden in her drawer. What? She wrote a love letter too? Big sister Gu Wanqing panics. Could the person talking be the newly found younger brother Gu Chen? The voice is too unfamiliar. It can't be Gu Huai. Gu Wanqing clenches her fists tightly. Such a private matter. How could Gu Chen know? Oh, let me see what the love letter says. No. Don't say it. Gu Wanqing is already covering her face, about to scream. Big sister, what's wrong? Are you feeling unwell? Gu Huai asks with concern. Seeing Gu Wanqing shake her head, he lets it go and sits back down to continue unwrapping gifts, thinking to himself. When the time comes, I'll let Gu Chen see how much my sisters love me. I'm mom and dad's dear son. What's this? A composition? Ha ha. A composition love letter. Gu Wanqing's love letter is mercilessly mocked, and her face turns bright red. Gu Qinghan, Gu Qingxue, and mom all stifle their laughter. Ha ha. The first time I saw you, you were like a flame in winter, warming my whole heart. Ha 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 ha. The one I desire is across the water. Let you be at my left, in my left atrium. Stop it. Gu Wanqing is already like a boiled duck. Completely red all over. Oh my god, my always serious. Calm and outstanding big sister actually wrote such a cheesy and corny love letter. So corny and cheesy. Mom covers her mouth, but inside she's thinking, I have to find that love letter and take a look. Then destroy it. Gu Qingxue's eyes are almost gone from laughing. She says to her usually at odds big sister. Big sister, can I borrow your computer? Sure, comes a muffled voice, Gu Wanqing self-doubt. And third sister's gossip, hee hee. After finishing big sisters, now onto third sisters. You're laughing so hard you're almost rolling on the bed. Now it's Gu Qingxue's turn to be awkward. Oh no. Please don't let anything explode. Gu Wanqing stops covering her face, sits up straight, and starts enjoying the gossip. Gu Huai cheerfully unwraps gifts alone, occasionally asking questions. The others, distracted, brush him off. Gu Huai doesn't mind, his face beaming. Just thinking about the envy in your eyes later makes me feel so happy. Gu Qingxue is such a clever little one. When she was little, she broke dad's antique, then bought 502 glue and stuck it back together. Ha ha. Dad still hasn't found out to this day. Oh my god, dad paid 300 million for that. It's a Ming Dynasty antique, his most prized possession. What? 300 million, Ming Dynasty? Gu Qingxue lowers her head, not daring to look at mom. Gu Qingxue wails internally. How does Gu Chen know about this? You little disaster. Mom blares at her hatefully. Ha, and mom's treasured bone painting. She ruined that too. She used kitchen spices to paint a perfect replica on top. Mom has looked at it countless times and never noticed. The bone painting is the one they've all seen. Gu Qingxue broke it and even used a seasoning jar? Oh my, when we were kids we just touched it. And mom would scold us. Gu Qingxue actually broke it. It's over. Big sister Gu Wanqing glanced at her younger sister. This sister is beyond hope. She's going to get hit. We won't be satisfied if she doesn't get hit. Gu Qingxue's heart was racing. It's over. All over. My own little brother has a hold on me. How can I stay in this family anymore? And the bone wall that big sister collected, Gu Qingxue also swapped it with a fake. Took it. Pfft, I'm dying of laughter, she actually took it. Gu Wanqing's eyes widened, glaring at Gu Qingxue. Bone wall. My bone wall also fell victim. I saved it for so long. It's worth tens of millions on the market now. What did she even use it for? Gu Qingxue, feeling guilty, didn't dare to look at her big sister, burying her head even lower. Third sister. Do you have a headache? Gu Huai asked doubtfully. The same muffled voice answered. Gu Huai pretended to be worried. Then I'll get you some medicine. No need, it'll be fine in a bit. All right. Without me around, third sister must take good care of herself. Gu Qingxue felt a warmth in her heart. Thank you, Huai. But mom was thinking to herself, this kid just talks sweet every time. And the family likes him? How did I never notice that before? The bone wall? Where did the bone wall go? Big sister roared inside. The bone wall was taken by third sister to trade for ice cream. What? A tens of millions bone wall traded for one ice cream? Gu Qingxue. Go die. She got scammed. The guy she had a crush on saw her playing with the bone wall, knew it was valuable, bought an ice cream and traded it away. Wow, third sister is such a spendthrift. Gu Huai clenched his fists again. Great, this spendthrift actually wasted something of mine. Wait for me, I'll settle this slowly. Gu Qingxue glanced at her two older sisters. Seeing their expressions unchanged, she breathed a sigh of relief. If they could also hear thoughts. I'd be doomed. Don't call me. Gu Qinghan screamed inside. Don't shout. Gu Qingxue sat up straight and started to enjoy the drama. Gu Qinghan's eyes darted. I didn't do anything bad, I'm a good person. Second sister actually is someone who plays with new employees? What was that new hire's name? Played by her? Mom almost wanted to slap her daughter. How could anyone do such a thing? What has she turned a good company into? Gu Wanqing and Gu Qingxue secretly gave Gu Qinghan a thumbs up. Way to go. So good at playing? Gu Qinghan smiled bitterly. I only played with this one. I didn't mess around, okay? I'm not. She seemed to really like second sister. They almost got together. If it weren't for Gu Huai interfering and harming her, second sister wouldn't have taken the blame and gone to jail. Is this guilt or redemption? What? She likes me? That man who always looked at me coldly likes me? Gu Huai would harm me. How is that possible? And I would go to jail? Gu Qinghan absorbed too much information. Couldn't digest it all at once. Although not fully believing, her heart was wavering. Mom lowered her head, her mind churning. So the second daughter will go to jail. It's because of that male artist. He'd better not be found by me. If I find him, I'll marry him off immediately. Can't let Gu Huai run around causing trouble and harm my daughter. Gu Qingxue also had doubts at this moment. Are these things Gu Qin said true or false? Just then the doorbell rang. It's Dad coming home. Mom excitedly went to greet him. Honey, you're back so early today? The daughters came back today, wanted to come early to see them. See the daughters? If he knew what these spendthrifts did, he'd probably hit them. Dad looked at the people in the living room, surprised. Oh, everyone's here. Rare to all sit together. Where's HN? Still sleeping. Come over and enjoy the drama. He's too tired anyway, let him sleep well. No one go wake him. Yeah, better let him sleep. Don't get up. We're not that eager to see this little brother. Gu Qinghan immediately took out her phone and sent a message to her assistant, pushed the press conference to tomorrow noon. A bad feeling crept up on her, as if Gu Chen wouldn't make it to the press conference today. After sending the message, she turned to Gu Huai and said, the press conference is postponed to tomorrow. Gu Huai looked a little disappointed. But since he had received so many gifts, he wanted to show them off. He stood up with a smile and said, Mom, Dad, sisters, my buddies invited me out to hang out. I'll be back by mealtime. Go ahead. Everyone was in a good mood this time. Gu Huai was a bit disappointed. He had hoped his sisters would join him. After he left, Mom quickly dragged Dad into the study. Gu Qingxue ran to Gu Wanqing's room to borrow a computer, and Gu Wanqing followed her. They wanted to find Gu Bai. Once everyone had left, only Gu Qinghan remained in the living room. Where did everyone go? Curious, Gu Qinghan also got up and followed them. Gu Qingxue ran into Gu Wanqing's room to look for Qin Shu. Seeing her eldest sister come in, she pretended to turn on the computer. Gu Wanqing gave her a strange look, blocked her view, and secretly opened her own safe. Inside were all kinds of collections Gu Wanqing had gathered. She had similar hobbies to her father. She loved collecting these things. Seeing Gubai lying quietly inside, she breathed a sigh of relief. I never even took it out. How could Gu Qingxue have swapped it? Gu Wanqing reached out to grab it. But her hands suddenly froze. The feel, the weight, the size, something seemed off. Panicked, she quickly pulled out Gubai and turned on her phone flashlight. When she saw it, she was so furious she nearly had a heart attack. Gu Qingxue! Gu Qingxue flinched at the shout, quickly and guiltily hid Qin Shu behind her back. Be big sis. Why are you suddenly calling me? Gu Wanqing slapped the coin in front of her face, eyes red. You secretly opened my safe and swapped Gubai? How is that possible? I don't even know the password to your safe. Gu Qingxue refused to admit it. She could crack passwords. She'd done enough sneaky stuff around the house, practice makes perfect. She didn't know. Then what's this Gubai all about? Have you seen my Gubai? Does it look like this? Gu Qingxue glanced at it, recognized the coin she had placed, and guiltily looked away. How would I know? That was ages ago. The eldest sister was no longer calm and composed. She charged straight at her and pinned her down. Where did you take my Gubai? Turn it out from wherever you hid it. Seeing the love letter stolen, Gu Wanqing clenched her fists so tight they cracked. You little brat. You dare read it out loud? I dare. I'll read it in front of the whole family. Gu Qingxue tried to run outside. Gu Wanqing cursed under her breath and chased after her. Gu Qinghan got knocked right into, clutching her stomach in pain, and got angry too. Gu Qingxue, watch where you're going. Are you blind? Gu Qingxue quickly hid behind Gu Qinghan, wailing. Second sis, stop her. Big sis is hitting me. Gu Wanqing chased after them, her face twisted. Big sis, what's wrong? Are you feeling unwell? I'm perfectly fine. Pin down that brat for me, I'm going to beat her up today. What did she do? She doesn't even know, and you still want to hit her? Ask her what she did. She swapped my Gubai for a 1 yuan coin. Is that something a person does? What? She really did swap it? Gu Qinghan looked at Gu Qingxue in agreement. Who did you swap it for? Give it back to big sis. I don't know. I didn't take it. Gu Qingxue kept up her tough talk, but her hand quietly opened the love letter. She glanced at it, the content was exactly what Gu Qinghan had said. Ah, big sis, this love letter of yours is way too cheesy. I can't take it anymore. Gu Wanqing charged at her, and the two immediately started fighting. Gu Qinghan stood by, not knowing who to help, just silent. Or maybe she'd help cause chaos. Laughter also burst from the study. Gu Dad rushed out with tears in his eyes, saw Gu Qingxue being pinned down on the floor, and ran over to help pin her down. You little brat. My antiques and ancient paintings. You've wrecked them all, you brat. When you were born, why did you have to grow hands? When Gu Qingxue was being pinned down by her eldest sister, she could still fight back, but now her dad was helping too. Gu Qingxue could only take the beating passively. Only when she started crying did she admit what she had done. Woo-woo, don't hit my face, I still have a film to shoot. I was wrong, I swapped the ancient jade for ice cream, I smashed the antique. I poked a hole in the ancient painting with a knife. Let me go, I'll pay whatever it costs. After he said that, Dad and Gu Wanqing hit him even harder. In the end, Mom took pity on her daughter and rescued her. Woo-woo, they hit me. Io, stop crying. Mom will stand up for you. But in her heart, Mom thought, let you do it, you're this old and still getting spanked. What a worry. Serves you right. Dad ignored her. He went back to his study to feel sorry for his antiques, thinking to himself if they could be repaired, it would be such a waste to throw them away. Gu Qinghan watched this farce and silently gave you a thumbs up in her heart. You didn't even show up. And the smoke of battle in the house cleared. Impressive, my dear little brother. And you, after finishing your snack, went back to sleep. You didn't know what they were making a fuss about outside. You were under the covers, dating the Sandman. But the Sandman just wasn't cooperating. I want to kiss her, but she keeps refusing. You kicked your legs in anger. Damn it, it's just a dream. What's the harm in letting me have one kiss? You pounced on her forcefully, but when you saw that face, you were scared awake. What the heck? Why is the female lead of this world in my dream? Sin, sin. I almost molested the female lead. Fully rested, you got up satisfied. It was 8 in the evening. You were already starving. Good thing the soundproofing in this house was great, unlike the apartment the original owner rented. You could hear the neighbors fighting every day, driving you crazy. You washed up and got yourself ready. You were about to meet your 3 beautiful sisters. As soon as you opened the door, Mom rushed over and hugged you. "Ah Chen, you're finally awake. Come downstairs and eat. I'll have the servants heat it up for you. Your 3 sisters are all in the living room. Mom will introduce them to you." As soon as you went downstairs, you saw 3 sisters of stunning beauty. You muttered to yourself, "Why are the faces of the eldest and third sisters a bit swollen, except for the second sister? They were hit? Damn it, who dared to hit them?" You felt a bit angry. "Who laid a hand on my dear sisters? They were all cannon fodder. And they're being bullied like this? They're not human." Dad was silent. After a while, he cheerfully explained to you, "They bumped into the wall when they came back, so their faces are swollen. The one with the worst swelling is your third sister, Gu Qingxue. The one with the lighter swelling is your eldest sister, Gu Wanqing. You've already met the second one. Big sister, third sister, second sister." You called out softly, feeling a little nervous, although Mom and Dad's attitude toward me had changed. But these 3 sisters, in the plot, they all disliked me. I called them. "They won't get angry, will they?" Even though they weren't angry, they only nodded. They didn't say anything, since they were all strangers. But in their hearts, they were thinking, "This little brother looks so much like Mom, clearly a biological child. No need to pay him any attention. We'll get used to each other once we're familiar." Mom pulled you to sit down and glanced at the radiant Gu Huai. She asked the 3 daughters, "This is your first meeting. You've all prepared gifts for your little brother, right? Hurry up and show them so Mom can see." As soon as she finished speaking, everyone except Dad was awkward. They hadn't even thought about buying you a gift. Gu Qinghan had bought one, but Gu Huai had already opened all of them. Everyone fell silent. The reason they came back was to back Gu Huai up, so you wouldn't bully him at home. But after what just happened, they realized they needed someone to back them up instead. You hadn't done anything, and they were already in disarray and got beaten. Was this their punishment for not buying gifts? Seeing them all silent, Dad suddenly slammed his hand on the table. His face dark. "I should have reminded you earlier. You didn't buy any, did you?" Gu Huai was startled. This was the first time he had seen Dad so angry. He had been proud earlier that his sisters only bought gifts for him, thinking that when you woke up, he could show them off. But now he didn't dare to take them out. If he did, how would Mom and Dad see me? Saying that the sisters only love me and gave all the gifts to me. If I said that, Mom and Dad would be disappointed in me, right? Mom looked at Gu Huai, thinking to herself, as long as he steps up and says something for the 3 daughters, then takes out the gifts and divides them up, this will blow over. But he remains unmoved. This is the little brother that the 3 daughters dote on. Truly an ungrateful wolf that can't be raised. Gu Qinghan started speaking. "Mom, I bought them. They're in a Huai's hands." Gu Huai was stunned, looking at Gu Qinghan in disbelief. "Second sister, didn't you give those to me?" Gu Qinghan looked away. "One set is for Gu Chen. I didn't get a chance to tell you." "Impossible." Gu Huai lowered his head in disappointment. Even knowing that part was for Gu Chen, he didn't say to take out the gifts. Gu Mom spoke up. "Ah Huai. Just now I saw you opening so many gifts. You must be tired of receiving them. Go take them out and share with a Chen." "Why?" Gu Huai's face turned pale. "Dad, those were given to me by my sisters. How could all of them be given to her? A Chen is their biological brother, no matter how unfamiliar. You are also bound by blood. Be reasonable. You can't use that many gifts anyway." The 3 sisters' thoughts were complicated. They thought, if we speak up to help, it would make us seem heartless toward our biological brother. If we don't help, watching Gu Huai in a difficult position, it hurts us too. After all, having not found our biological brother for years, we already gave all our love to Gu Huai. Over so many years, it's become a habit. You sneered inwardly. Making her give out gifts is harder than killing her. If she won't give, then don't. As if anyone cares about their gifts. You spoke to break the awkward atmosphere. I never gave her a gift either. Since she wants them so badly, consider them as my gift to her. Your gaze swept over the 3 sisters. Seeing their bodies suddenly stiffen, you fell silent. Do these sisters dislike me that much? Can't even spare a glance? You then said to Gu Mom, "Mom, I'm hungry. I want to eat." Gu Mom sighed. "Fine. After we eat, Mom will take you shopping. Just the 2 of us." This was said for Gu Huai to hear, meaning no one else should follow. Gu Huai lowered her head. Her expression was embarrassed. Her nails dug into her palms. She thought to herself, "Gu Chen, who wants your generous charity? Gu Huai stood up and said with a tone, "Mom, Dad, I'm feeling a bit unwell. I'm going upstairs first." After Gu Huai left, Gu Chen stood up. Was stopped by Gu Mom. "Where are you going?" "Mom, A Huai is unwell. I'll go check on her." "What's there to check? It's just one time. What could happen to her?" TSK. So worried? Big sister really does have true love for Gu Huai. "Shut up." Gu Huai suddenly yelled, startling everyone. Realizing her lapse, she quickly apologized. "Sorry, Mom. I wasn't yelling at you. Gu Mom sat down with a grim expression. "We just met our biological son. And this is your attitude?" Gu Huai was helpless. "Mom." A Huai's face is really pale. You know she's not in good health. She received so many gifts. What's still wrong? "Mom. How can you say that?" Gu Wanqing was shocked. Wasn't Mom the one who doted on A Huai the most? Gu Qinghan and Gu Qingxue also felt that Mom's attitude toward Gu Huai had changed a lot. They thought to themselves, is it because of Gu Chen? With his arrival, the harmony of this family seems to have been broken. You thought to yourself, see, it's clearly not my fault. They'll blame me again, thinking that it's because I came back that Gu Huai felt wronged. But who is the biological child of Mom and Dad? Since I came back, they haven't even called me once, fine. And they give me attitude. Oh, TSK. At least I addressed them. If I didn't have no feelings for them, I'd probably be hurt and disappointed. They don't see me as a brother. Then I won't see them as sisters either. Their heads are messed up. They need treatment. The family heard this and felt uneasy. The three sisters also began to reflect. Had they gone too far? You stood up, smiling, and pulled Gu Mom up. "Mom, I want hot pot. Let's go eat. We'll go shopping after eating." Gu Mom's heart ached, wanting to cry, and nodded. The two left under everyone's complicated gazes. Gu Dad coldly looked at his three daughters. "You'd better not make a Chun too disappointed. Or else you'll be crying later." He then looked at Gu Wanqing and warned, "You're the eldest sister. Must set a good example as the eldest sister, not give others something to talk about or leave a handle for gossip. If you can't do that, I'll consider having the second daughter manage the main company later." Gu Wanqing clenched her fists. Lowering her head, she said, "Understood." Father Gu then looked at the other two daughters. "As for you two, if you dare bully Chen at home, your mother and I will send Gu Huai away. After all, the Gu family raised him for 18 years, which is already more than enough." The two quickly nodded. Afraid of getting scolded, Father Gu looked at his three daughters, feeling helpless inside. They're all so outstanding, so why are they blind when it comes to Gu Huai? No wonder his biological son had cursed in his heart before. They are blind parents, and now there are three more blind sisters. Father Gu went to the study. Gu Wanqing still wanted to check on Gu Huai, afraid something might happen to him. Gu Qinghan gave Gu Qingxue a look. Gu Qingxue understood instantly. She put her arm around her eldest sister's shoulder and smiled. "Big sister, I know you're still angry about the compensation. Don't worry, I'll get it back for you tomorrow. Let's go see A Huai. What if he's really sick? That wouldn't be good." Although they loved Gu Huai, they only treated him like a younger brother to take care of, not like their eldest sister who developed other feelings. Now that they knew their eldest sister's intentions, they had to reduce the chances of the two being alone together. If something actually happened, their parents would definitely go crazy, and if word got out, the Gu family would probably become a laughingstock. Actually, they were overthinking it. Although Gu Wanqing liked Gu Huai, she knew her limits. Besides, that love letter wasn't signed, so even if sent out, no one would know who wrote it. Gu Wanqing just couldn't bear to throw it away. After all, it was the first love letter she had ever written in her life. And also the last. Couldn't she keep it for herself to look at? Unfortunately, it had already been torn to shreds by Mother Gu. The kind that couldn't even be pieced back together. The three older sisters were still worried about Gu Huai, whose eyes were red and swollen from crying. But you and Mother Gu had run into trouble instead. Because the two of you encountered anti-fans on the way out, and not just one, but a whole group. They were the anti-fans from your Weibo. After coming back from the island, you hadn't had time to check Weibo. So you still didn't know the situation. Now, what made you even more embarrassed was that these anti-fans had been silent ever since they met you. No shouting, no taking photos. They just stared straight at you, then quietly followed behind. Like proper invisible tails. Mother Gu was puzzled. Who are they? They seem to know you. I feel so uneasy. You thought to yourself. Lived 2 lifetimes, and this is the first time encountering such a weird situation.
Mom. I don't know either. Why do these people look like some shady gang? This is killing me. What is this? Are they my fans or anti-fans? I need to get out of here fast. Too many people, better avoid a fight. So you quickly grabbed Mother Goo and ran. Seeing that the anti-fans behind didn't chase, you finally breathed a sigh of relief. But the anti-fans were confused. What's going on? Why did he run? Didn't they say as long as we stayed quiet, he would greet us warmly and wouldn't hit us? The one leading the group was being questioned. What's happening? Why did the person run? The leader was also baffled. Maybe there's too few of us. He looked down on it. Is that so? I got inside information. If not, there's a press conference tomorrow. I'll contact more people to come then. Who would have thought that the anti-fans who cursed you so hard online, in real life, only wanted you to greet them? Unfortunately, both sides thought they would get beaten.
It ended up creating a strange phenomenon. After shaking off the fans, you and Mother Goo felt it wasn't safe outside. You bought your things and quickly took a car back. At night, you opened your Weibo. Seeing the number of followers, you were shocked. Over 5 million followers. Before you could be happy, you saw that all the comments were full of insults. You stubbornly tried to find one comment that wasn't insulting. You scrolled until your eyes were red, but couldn't find a single positive review. You threw your phone away in despair, thinking to yourself, at tomorrow's press conference, I might get pelted with eggs. Or hit with bricks. I'd better bring some weapons when I go out. But what I can't figure out is, whose fans are all anti-fans? Early the next morning, you got up to find weapons. Last time you went shopping, you had packed a lot of clothes. You hadn't looked closely. Soon, among the pile of clothes, you found a decent outfit. When other celebrities hold press conferences, they dress all glamorously. But me? I wrapped myself up, tight and snug, and wore a stiff hat. Looking at your reflection in the mirror, you nodded with satisfaction. Whether it's eggs or bricks, this outfit of mine can at least withstand one round. You left the house contentedly. Running into Gu Huai, who was wearing a formal dress, you subconsciously asked, "Aren't you cold?" Brother, as a celebrity, you should always present your best self. What kind of outfit is this? Gu Huai sneered inwardly. Can't even dress properly for the occasion. Can't coordinate nice clothes, ends up with weird combinations. Oh well. This way it highlights my looks, doesn't it? You look at your own outfit. You smile. I think it's pretty good, Gu Huai says, full of bravado. Brother, your outfit is quite novel. Maybe someone will like it, but inside he thinks, this is more ridiculous than a cowboy's getup, like a shabby gangster. Doesn't look like he's going for an interview, more like he's going to a fight. The family sees your outfit. They all fall silent for a moment, thinking, does he only have this one outfit? The three sisters want to say something, but Mom stops them with a look. Achin is pitiful enough. Don't discourage him. The three sisters can only force a smile and stay quiet. Gu Qinghan, as company management, also has to attend the press conference, so she takes you and Gu Huai out. In the car, Gu Qinghan doesn't look happy. There will probably be a lot of fans at this press conference. Achin, you hit A Huai during the show. At the press conference, you must apologize to him. You think to yourself, why should I apologize to him? So that's the real point. You want me to apologize to salvage Gu Huai's mistake of misidentifying the fraudster? Sorry. I won't do it. Gu Qinghan's face darkens. If you don't comply, the company will consider you of poor character and shelve you. You don't back down either. Try it then. Gu Huai speaks weakly. Brother, you don't need to apologize to me. It's all my fault for misidentifying the fraudster. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put everyone in danger. Huai, it's not your fault. Gu Qinghan immediately comforts Gu Huai. Second sister, I lacked judgment. In that situation, no one knew. Don't blame yourself. No. Gu Qin knows, he was the one who misled me, Gu Huai thinks venomously. At this press conference, I'm going to expose him. He clearly had ill intentions. He still wants second sister to speak for him? He's dreaming. Blind's second sister. Zhao Tian didn't get to suffer, so you got lucky. But there's plenty of suffering ahead for you. Her man actually ends up in the same drama crew as Gu Huai. One is the male lead, the other a supporting male role. Gu Huai is planning to use the same tactic he used on Zhao Tian against him, Gu Qinghan thinks. Whose man? Didn't get the whole truth earlier, a bit unsatisfied. Can't you speak clearly? He reminds you. Gu Chen, remember to apologize. Otherwise,
the company won't provide you with any resources. No apology. Hit me then. Gu Qinghan cracks her knuckles, thinking. She wants to hit him, but not sure if she can win. Soon the car stops. Gu Qinghan takes Gu Huai's arm and gets out of the car. Both smile, facing the journalists' cameras warmly. You follow casually, but your eyes scan around, a bit nervous inside. Afraid fans will throw eggs as soon as they arrive. If they're going to throw, at least wait. You're dressed all in black. Hat pulled down low, looking less like a star and more like a bodyguard. So after you appear, no one recognizes you. The anti-fans who were already waiting. You haven't shown up, they can barely hold it. Where's Gu Chen? He didn't come? What's going on? So many of us came. And he's still not satisfied? You said the venue was too small to hold so many people. Now it's fine, not many people. Gu Chen still came. Gu Qinghan looks at the dense crowd. Nods in satisfaction. Why, these are all your fans, right? Wow, so many. At a glance, there must be a few hundred. Gu Huai also takes a look and thinks they are his fans. He happily waves to them. But only a few wave back. He doesn't mind, thinking to himself. His fans are more polite, unlike Gu Chen's anti-fans who run around like crazy. Oomph, just like Gu Chen himself, rude. Rude, violent, and uncivilized. After waiting for so long without seeing you, the fans finally got angry. Where's Gu Chen? Where is he? Call him out now. We're all here. This is his attitude? He totally disrespects us. If Gu Chen doesn't come out, no one at today's press conference will have it easy. A large number of fans began to riot. Gu Huai grew worried. Second sister, they seem to be targeting brother. They're demanding an explanation from him. Will brother be okay? Gu Qinghan wondered. Isn't Gu Chen here? What are these fans yelling about? Neither of them knew the fans were this agitated because they couldn't see you. So the fans who couldn't see you stopped pretending and started cursing outright. If Gu Chen doesn't show today, I'll throw rotten eggs at your faces. I brought bricks too. Who dares to stop me? I'll crack open their skulls. I also brought pepper spray. Anyone who makes excuses for Gu Chen, I'll spray them right in the eye. Gu Qinghan frowned upon hearing this. These fans brought so many weapons. What are the security guards at the entrance doing? And Gu Chen, how hated is he to provoke this much anger? Gu Qinghan instinctively shielded Gu Huai behind her, afraid they might suddenly riot and implicate him. Seeing the fans growing more agitated, Gu Qinghan had no choice but to take the microphone and calm them down. Everyone, please calm down. The main character of today is here. You can ask questions directly. The fans were speechless. The sister is lying with her eyes wide open. Where is Gu Chen? We don't see him. We only see Ah Huai, our darling. Where is Gu Chen? In the sky? Hearing this voice, Gu Qinghan instinctively looked at you. You were lowering your head. Standing far away from them. She was so angry she wanted to curse. No wonder everyone couldn't see Gu Chen. So it's your hat covering you. Everyone, the press conference officially begins now. Gu Qinghan stopped caring and walked straight over to you, tossing you the microphone. You held the microphone and looked up awkwardly. The moment you raised your head, all the fans froze. The journalists also froze. Is this Gu Chen? What kind of outfit is this? Dressed like a bodyguard. Is he here to fight? So all the fans stopped making a fuss. They all stared at you blankly. You felt creeped out by the stares, your whole body tense. In your mind, you thought, if danger comes, I can fight back anytime. But 10 seconds passed, a minute passed, and the fans still showed no reaction. Seeing this, you breathed a slight sigh of relief. Looks like these anti-fans are actually quite civilized, waiting until the press conference ends to settle the score with me. The fans weren't making noise because they were actually scared by your outfit. One look at this getup. It screamed here to fight, not here for a press conference. Some fans who were too close started to panic, afraid you might suddenly lash out and hit them. But at the same time, they thought, getting beaten by my own idol doesn't seem so unacceptable. After a while, the journalists began asking questions. All of them were about what happened on the live streaming variety show. Someone asked you, why did you hit someone on the show? Was it according to the script, or personal grudges? You smiled. Of course, it was according to the script. Another journalist asked you, why did you expose the matter between Zhao Tiantian and Zhao Sheng on the spot? You smiled again and answered, the content of the exposure was purely my personal nonsense. I have no evidence. The journalist was speechless. You have no evidence, but your fans have evidence. Even nonsense becomes true? What kind of mouth is that, like a prophet? A journalist asked you, since you and Gu Huai are brothers, why didn't you take care of him on the show? Instead, you hit him. Here comes the key point. Gu Qinghan, standing nearby, signaled you to apologize quickly. You pretended not to see and continued smiling, saying, I hit him to train his reflexes. If he encounters such a situation again, he shouldn't rush in to mediate blindly. After all, the whole venue fell silent. The implication was, Gu Huai got hit because he rushed in to mediate, so it's not my fault. Upon hearing this, Gu Huai suddenly burst into tears. Interrupting you. Brother, if I don't mediate, what if something happens to you? I don't mind that you hit me. I'm just afraid you'll get hurt. Gu Qinghan breathed a sigh of relief. I don't mind that you hit me. I'm just afraid you'll get hurt. Gu Qinghan breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, Gu Huai reacted quickly, or else Gu Chun would have been attacked by fans. Gu Huai's fans immediately jumped out to support him. Baby Huai, don't make excuses for him. Look at his attitude. Exactly. He must apologize to you today, or he's not leaving. Gu Huai wanted this effect. He thought to himself, although there weren't many fans speaking up for him, the ones who didn't speak must be really angry. But he didn't know. Most fans stayed quiet because you were watching them. If they caused a fuss, they would definitely be disliked by you. They had to obediently listen to you. The reporter had to ask Gu Huai. Regarding the show being controlled by scammers, were you already aware? Here comes the key point. Gu Huai cried without speaking. The paid trolls who had been planted finally spoke up. Gu Huai, I heard that because of your report, everyone was put in danger. Is that true? Gu Huai cried even harder. I really didn't mean to. I have hidden reasons. Then say it. We fans will definitely support you. A small number of fans chimed in, urging him to speak quickly. Gu Huai gritted his teeth and finally said, this matter. It was my brother who told me. What? He told you? He knew all along? Gu Huai continued. He told me the truth about the director and told me to find a way to call the police. I believed him. Unexpectedly, before he finished speaking, his fans exploded. How could he be so malicious, framing his own brother? Gu Chang. You don't deserve to be in the entertainment industry. Quit now, you troublemaker. Quit, quit, quit. The fans who were cursing suddenly got splashed with chili water in the face, screaming in pain. Who attacked me? So despicable. Who threw a rotten egg at me? Are you crazy? Suddenly chaos broke out below. Gu Huai, who was waiting for you to be attacked, was stunned. Why haven't the fans attacked him yet? Why are they fighting among themselves? Who hit me with a brick? I told you to stop yelling. Is he someone you can curse? If anyone's going to curse him, it should be us. When did these dogs sneak in? Anti-fans, raise your hands. The anti-fans raised their hands in unison. Those who didn't raise their hands were immediately surrounded and slapped. Looking at the chaotic scene, Gu Qinghan looked at you and asked suspiciously, did you do this? You said innocently, I'm quite fierce too, okay? Just as everyone was fighting fiercely. The sound of police sirens came from outside. Everyone stopped and looked toward the door. They saw a group of police officers walk in. Gu Huai suddenly got excited, thinking they were here to arrest you. He quickly grabbed you and shouted to the police, Gu Chang is here, I've caught him. You slapped his hand away. Angry, you said, are you crazy? Why are you grabbing me? Gu Huai's hand turned red from the slap, and he cried out, brother, just don't resist. You're getting arrested because you hit people. Can't you be as well behaved as me? The anti-fans looked at each other in bewilderment. Are the police here to arrest someone or to arrest us? The police shouted to the venue. Where is Gu Chang? Where is he? Hearing the police call for you, the fans fell silent. Some wanted to jump out and report, but got squirted with chili water in the face again. Ah, who is it? Officer. I got hit too. Come arrest them. A fan who raised their hand suddenly had their mouth covered. They couldn't move. They were going crazy. Which jerk is this? Not letting them speak? The police looked at the crowd and frowned. Strange, why did I hear someone shouting for help just now? Gu Qinghan saw the police had arrived and realized the seriousness of the situation. She hurriedly went down to ask, Comrade officer, what's going on? We're here to find Gu Chang. Is he here? Gu Qinghan hesitated. She thought to herself, it's obvious they're here to arrest Gu Chang, they even brought handcuffs. While Gu Qinghan was still worried, Gu Huai rushed over and excitedly said to the police, Officers, you're here to arrest Gu Chang, right? He's on stage. The one in the black shirt. Why, what are you saying? Gu Qinghan wanted to stop him, but it was too late. She could only explain to the police. Gu Chen hit someone during the show, but it might have been according to the script. If he actually did something wrong, it should be handled by the company. The police were puzzled. Who said we were here to make an arrest? Gu Huai was stunned. Aren't you here to arrest Gu Chen? Why would we arrest him? Since he's here, that makes things easier. The police quickly called over a colleague. Then they straightened their collar, took something in hand, and went on stage. After going up, they grabbed the tube and spoke firmly to the fans. Since the reporters and fans are all here, we'll join in the fun too. The fans finally reacted when they saw it wasn't an arrest and started clapping along. The police were very satisfied and pulled you, who had no idea what was going on, into the middle. They handed you a banner that read "Report Justice, Brave and Warm-Hearted." Holding the banner, you were dumbfounded. What is this? How did I suddenly get credit? The police said excitedly. Thanks to Mr. Gu's report, we successfully shut down the fraud den on the island and rescued the trapped people. Today we came to deliver the banner. Another police officer took out a face-sized envelope and placed it in your hand. The reporter zoomed in to see a reward of 500,000. You also took a look, shocked. Unexpected fortune. 500,000? What kind of dumb luck is this? When Gu Huai saw this scene, his eyes turned red. He rushed over to question it. There's no way he made that call. This matter hasn't been investigated clearly. Why should I be cursed at by netizens while Gu Chen gets this honor? Gu Huai trembled all over. He refused to accept this outcome. The police were displeased. We've already investigated thoroughly. Mr. Zhao was the one who reported it, but the credit belongs to Mr. Gu. What? Zhao Tian said that? Impossible. If anyone said it, it should be me. Why would it be Gu Chen? Zhao Tiantian's. A reporter asked, Officer, Gu Chen discovered the problem on the island long ago. Why didn't he tell the people around him? The police praised him. They gave the reporter a thumbs up. That's a good question. Why didn't he tell the people around him? If it were you, and I told you, would you have believed it? The reporters shook their head. The police asked again, and if you believed, what would have happened? I would have been scared, afraid of slipping up. Then the fraudsters would have shut down the livestream early. The police smiled. So Gu Chen mixed things up, making the people around him believe that what was real was actually fake. Wouldn't that make the fraudsters let their guard down? Wouldn't that give them more time to call the police? So that's how it is. The fans finally understood. So our task today is complete. Mr. Gu Chen has made a major contribution. We hope everyone learns from him. After saying a few more words, the police left. Because of the police's involvement, there was no need to continue the press conference. Everyone understood what they needed to. Gu Huai had a grim face and was completely surrounded by reporters. Mr. Gu Huai, what was the reason for your actions just now? Mr. Gu Huai, not knowing the truth, do you think Mr. Gu Chen did something wrong? Gu Huai was questioned until he started crying. My brother didn't tell me the truth. I don't blame him. He didn't do anything wrong. It was my fault. What I did just now was only because I was worried for him. If the police had actually arrested him, I would have been a criminal protecting a wrongdoer. Gu Huai quickly excused himself with those few words. Gu Qinghan hurriedly shielded him and led him away, thinking that if they stayed any longer, the crowd would only grow. You were left behind, not surprised, and didn't care. You carefully put away the banner, grinning widely, showing your big white teeth. Having lived 2 lifetimes, this was the first time I received such an honor. I'm taking it home and hanging it where Gu Huai can see it. As for the 500,000, I plan to save it. That kind of money can't be spent recklessly. When you left, no one tried to stop you. The fans watched you quietly. Someone even had an expectant look in their eyes. You thought to yourself, logically, since Gu Huai left, his fans should leave too. These people not only stayed but looked at me with anticipation. Could they be my fans? You laughed at yourself, thinking it was impossible. My Weibo is full of haters. Where would real fans come from? But seeing they made the trip, you still smiled and greeted them. Everyone worked hard. Good job. You still greet with a smile. Everyone worked hard. Good job. You made a hand gesture and quickly walked away, afraid they might suddenly throw rotten eggs. After you left, all the fans went crazy. Suddenly they praised us, saying we did a good job. Mom was so happy she almost lost her composure. Good job, that's our son for you. Our son actually became a hero. No way, I have to post on Moments. There's another trending topic on Weibo. Gu Chen was arrested by the police at the press conference. Is it true or false that Gu Chen was arrested? This clearly looks like a hate fan move. Some people even pieced together the on-site banners and rewards into a sinister image. Looking at it, it actually seemed real. When everyone thought it was true, someone posted a live video. The situation reversed. Those who kicked him when he was down got egg on their faces. After Gu Huai was slapped by the police, he stayed in his room and wouldn't come out. Gu Chen's sisters were losing their minds. You, on the other hand, had mom hang the banner in the living room, so everyone could see it. Gu Huai never imagined that this unprecedented honor would fall on you. You never expected the police would pull something like this either. Melon eating mission in progress. Mission complete. Number of melons eaten, 8. Points earned, 80. The system is now eligible for an upgrade. Post, do you want to upgrade? There were actually 8. You grinned. Upgrade. After upgrading, the system shop will unlock. Let me see what amazing items are in there. After the system upgraded, the system shop opened. You took a happy look, and your eyes nearly got blinded by the points. Garbage system. You're showing me this? Are you robbing me? A pack of tissues costs over 10 points. Making money isn't easy. I thought after the system upgrade, I'd be on top of the world. And you show me this? Post, the system shop has a spinning wheel. You can draw once for free every day. It can drop any item from the shop, including discount coupons. Forget it, something is better than nothing. So you used today's draw. You won a little melon eating helper, which can help someone or something get out of a current predicament, or change the outcome. After the system upgrade, you can eat anyone's melon. That means you can even eat the melon of random passers-by. That's actually pretty good. Just as you finished browsing the various items, Gu Qinghan's angry voice came through. Gu Chen, get out here. You thought to yourself, oh, she's here to settle the score. Why keeps refusing to come out and eat? Go apologize to him and cheer him up. Cheer him up? Is it the end of the world, or is it raining knives from the sky? This blind second sister wants me to apologize to him? What did I do wrong? Ouch, second sister wants me to apologize. Should I stick him or not? Gu Qinghan heard this and got even angrier. You bastard, you actually want to stick your brother with a needle? Why is he so hungry? He's not hungry, he has a lot of snacks in his room. Every time he makes an excuse not to eat, he just wants you to feel bad for him. But he enjoys his snacks more than you enjoy your meals. Gu Qinghan was stunned. Snacks? How is that possible? You opened the door and immediately saw the banner hanging on the living room wall. You chuckled. Mom sure put it in a prominent spot, you can see it from the first floor. You looked at Gu Qinghan with confusion and asked, second sister, does Gu Huai not eating have anything to do with me? Oh, Gu Huai just opened a bag of imported snacks. He's eating right now. Gu Qinghan looked at you with a complicated expression. If you had explained to the reporter from the start, Huai wouldn't have said the wrong thing. He's feeling very guilty now. How is it not related to you? He's eating pretty happily. Let me go see what he's snacking on. You gave a sweet smile. Alright, I'll go call him. You walked over to Gu Huai's door. You raised your hand and knocked. Gu Qinghan followed behind, thinking she should stop Gu Chun from knocking. But she didn't want to stop him. She also wanted to see if Gu Huai was really eating snacks. Gu Huai opened the door, looking haggard. Brother? Second sister, I can't eat. You two go ahead without me. He looked as fragile as a little white lotus, his pitiful eyes glistening with moisture. Anyone who saw him would think he was too pure for the mortal world. Too bad he's a ruthless one. You tried to peek into his room, but he subtly blocked your view. You smiled. Sorry, I'm not here to call you for dinner. My water heater is broken. Borrowing your bathroom, then you just forcefully walked in, even bumping Gu Huai back a step. His tears fell immediately, and he sadly threw himself into Gu Qinghan's arms. Second sister. Big brother doesn't like me. No matter how hard I try, he still resents me for being in this family. Gu Qinghan quickly comforted him, her face somewhat dark. Gu Chen, you really went too far. You ignored her and walked straight to his desk. Seeing this, Gu Huai panicked inside, quickly wiped his tears, and called out to you. Big brother. That's my private study area. Didn't you want to take a shower? The bathroom is over there. He pointed in a direction. You smirked. I like to draw while I shower. Nonsense. Gu Huai rushed over to stop you, but you were faster. You yanked the drawer straight out, then accidentally dropped it on the floor with a thud.
All the snacks in the drawer spilled out, including a pack of freshly opened, half-eaten mint cookies. Gu Huai's face turned pale, but you feigned surprise as you stared at the snacks on the floor. Wow! So many snacks! So little brother is a snack lover too. Just like me. Let me tell you, back when I used to sulk and refuse to eat at home, I liked to stockpile snacks in my drawer. That way, when I got hungry, I had something to eat, and my family would worry and come coax me. I love that feeling of being cared about and worried over. Gu Huai. You're the same, right? After all, who would hold a grudge against their own stomach? Am I right? Every word you said stabbed Gu Huai's heart like a needle. He was both furious and embarrassed. He hurriedly looked at Gu Qinghan and quickly explained. Second sister. Big sister bought these for me. I couldn't finish them, so I put them in the drawer. Gu Qinghan glanced at the drawer full of snacks, her expression shifting through several colors. Her mood was complicated. She thought to herself, so I got the tea, but I also learned a lesson. Turns out every boy who sulks and refuses to eat likes to buy snacks and stash them in their drawer. She twitched the corner of her mouth to comfort him. It's okay. When you don't feel like eating, you can have snacks. That way you won't starve yourself. Gu Huai still felt humiliated. He couldn't understand how you happened to open his drawer so coincidentally. He thought. He knew there were snacks in the drawer all along. He came in on purpose to expose me. Having finished getting the tea, you walked out with a smile. Suddenly I don't want to shower. I'm hungry. Going to eat. I'm grown up now, I don't eat snacks anymore. Gu Huai sadly pushed Gu Qinghan out. Second sister, go eat. I really can't eat. Gu Qinghan knew he had snacks in his room, so she didn't push him. She just told him to eat some snacks if he got hungry, then turned and went downstairs. Gu Huai closed the door. He lunged over and stomped the snacks on the floor into pieces. Gu Chen, I swear I'll make your life miserable. Gu Huai took out his phone and sent a message to Zhou Rui. After sending it, he stared blankly at the snacks on the floor, tears flowing uncontrollably. Then, with trembling hands, he picked up the crushed snacks, thinking to himself, even though they're ruined, I can still eat them. I can't let Gu Chen's provocation make me throw away such expensive snacks. Gu Huai ate until he felt sick, finally finishing the snacks. He took the trash to the bathroom to burn it, not wanting anyone else in the family to see. If they saw, what would they think of me? Because of the thick smoke, Gu Huai couldn't stop coughing and rushed out. Just as he ran out, the home fire alarm suddenly went off. He hurried back in to get water to put out the fire. After putting it out, he looked at the half-burned trash and pressed the flush button to wash it away, only to find the toilet clogged. He was so furious he felt like breaking down. Gagging, he picked up the trash again. Then came Gu Qinghan's knock on the door. Huai, are you okay? Why was there a fire in your room? Gu Qinghan already knew why it caught fire. Because you kept blabbering in your head. She wasn't annoyed, just thought this younger brother was a bit crude. He talked so bluntly about poop and pee that even she felt a little embarrassed. As Gu Qinghan went downstairs, she was still thinking, so little brother is this thrifty, he even picks up snacks that fell on the floor to eat. Suddenly she felt a bit sorry for him. Just then, she heard your gossip-mongering voice again. Shocked, her foot slipped and she tumbled straight down the stairs. Gu Qinghan rolled all the way down and landed right at your feet. The corner of your mouth twitched as you pretended to care. Second sister, are you okay? You're so old. How could you be so careless? But inside, you were mocking her. Serves you right. Now you're blind, you're really in trouble this time. Gu Qinghan quickly scrambled up. Seeing the whole family staring at him with undisguised glee, he kept a straight face and sat down to eat. You thought to yourself, as expected of someone with thick skin, even this can't ruffle him. Nobody had much appetite after knowing Gu Huai was unplugging the toilet in the bathroom. How could they eat? It's not that gross, you just made it sound disgusting. You were gossiping with the system. The neighbor uncle had an affair and was rolling in the sheets with his mistress. Gu Qinghan was shocked. It was Uncle Wang next door, who had even held him as a child, a kind-eyed man. How could he? Wow, his wife was back, almost downstairs. Mom immediately stood up, a gossipy glint in her eyes. I suddenly remembered there are cucumbers in the yard. I'll go pick one to eat. The eldest sister also stood up. Mom, I'll go with you. That dog will lunge at people. Gu Qingxue also got up. I want a cucumber too. Gu Qinghan hesitated then stood up. I don't have much appetite either. I'll go pick a garlic clove in the yard. You froze, then quickly got up. Second sister, I want some garlic too. Thinking to yourself, I don't want garlic, I want to go watch the drama. The whole family went to the yard, all eyes turned to the neighbor's house, and soon a car passed by the front door. It was Uncle Wang's wife coming back. Wow, the car was too loud, the people upstairs heard it. That woman climbed out the window, everyone looked up and saw a woman who hadn't had time to get dressed. She scrambled out of the window and immediately locked eyes with the family. You thought to yourself, what an eyesore. The three sisters quickly looked away. Mom shrieked, old sister-in-law, there's a chicken on your balcony.
Come catch it quick. The woman panicked and yelled, where is Xiaosong?
Mrs. Wang's head popped out from another window. She was smiling to greet Mom but then spotted the woman on the neighbor's windowsill. Her face changed drastically. She hurriedly yelled at Mom, Xiaosong, block the front door for me.
I'm going to kill a chicken and catch a dog too, got it. Old sister-in-law, I'll lend you my dog. Mom cheerfully unclipped the dog's leash. Told the eldest to throw the dog into the neighbor's yard. The eldest hesitated, the second excitedly picked up the dog and placed it on the wall. Ergo jumped down on his own. Given the order, he leaped straight down and barked at the woman on the windowsill. The woman's face turned pale with fear, unsure whether to jump or not.
As she hesitated, Mrs. Wang grabbed her by the hair and yanked her inside. Soon screams and scuffles came from the room.
You hurried over and said, Mom, won't something bad happen? Mom was also worried.
Told Gu Qinghan to go check it out, don't let it turn into a murder. Gu Qinghan vaulted over the wall to watch the drama. Went to mediate. Soon she came back. Mom asked her,
how did it go? Gu Qinghan said quietly, Uncle Wan wants a divorce. Aunt Wang doesn't want to, that woman is pregnant with a son.
Mom was stunned. Aunt Wang next door had 3 daughters but never a son. She used to envy their relationship, but now they're already negotiating. Uncle Wang said he'd leave with nothing. The mistress refused. He said he was a live-in son-in-law. Then that woman started fighting with her too. The whole family clicked their tongues in amazement. Even if they don't divorce, Uncle Wang's life won't be easy. Erga next door was still barking. Gu Qinghan jumped over again to bring him back. As soon as she let him go, he lunged at you. You got a face full of slobber and pinned him to the ground. I'll teach you to jump on me. I'll pull your balls. Ergo struggled. He rolled a few times on the ground before escaping, then ran into Gu Qingshua's arms to tattle. Gu Qinghan comforted him. She's not human, but you're truly a dog, don't stoop to her level. Otherwise you'll look too smart. The family finished their gossip. Mom went to pick cucumbers.
Gu Qinghan pulled a garlic clove, peeled it and handed it to you. Didn't you want one? Here, you took the garlic and saw Gu Qinghan holding half a cucumber. So just eat garlic and cucumber together like that? You stared at the garlic in your hand, your eyes falling on Ergu. Ergu flinched in fear and ran to hide in his doghouse. You had no choice but to throw the garlic into your mouth. It was so spicy it almost brought tears to your eyes. Spitting out the garlic earned you a disdainful look from Gu Qinghan. See, you obviously can't hold your liquor. Such a waste. What does drinking have to do with eating garlic? I can drink, second sister. I want garlic. Gu Qingxue came over for a clove, but as soon as she bit into it she grimaced and spat it out. Ergu thought it was food. He also came over to sniff it, and ended up fainting straight away. The whole family burst out laughing. Haha, second sister, Gubo can't hold his liquor either, he got knocked out by garlic. Second sister, I really admire you. How can you eat something so spicy? Gu Qingxue can't take it anymore. She rushed to drink some water. Gu Qinghan snorted and turned back to the living room. Then she coldly said to you, from now on, Zhou Rui will be taking care of you in a fan. And don't forget his family's green bubble. You need to accept it. You thought to yourself, Sister Zhou Rui really knows how to give me extra work. Oh well, Zhou Rui's gossip is even juicier. Juicy? How juicy? Gu Qinghan wanted to hear more, but your mouth was too spicy, so you ran off to get water. After drinking, your mouth felt less fiery. From the living room came Dad Gu's voice, Chen, your sisters have added you on contacts. Accept their requests. You opened Green Bubble and saw 4 friend requests. 3 from your sisters, and 1 from Zhou Rui. You didn't accept Zhou Rui's. You only accepted the 3 sisters. As soon as you did, they all sent you money transfers. Seeing the money made your eyes light up. Seeing the transfer amounts, you were overjoyed and quickly sent a burning incense emoji. I'm rich. 3 sisters, throwing cash. More. Start tearing? The 3 sisters heard your silly laugh and felt a strange sensation inside. This little brother seems more straightforward than Gu Huai. Too bad he's a bit blind. Take that back. But I can tell them a secret. A secret? The whole family perked up their ears. You walked over to them and quietly lowered your voice. I'm going to tell you all a secret. Seeing your strange expression, the family thought you were speaking too loudly, so you lowered it even more. Dad hid his secret stash, and I saw it. Dadgu never expected that in the one day he was away, the whole family would dig out all his hidden money. The study was full of cash everywhere. Ka. The treasure hunt begins. Why are you so excited? It's everywhere. Momgu immediately started searching the bookshelf. She took down the tallest rare brocade book, opened it, and found it really was all money. What about the book? Did Gu Chen eat it? And it didn't end there. Momgu grabbed a copy of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, only to find half the book was real and the other half was all cash. Momgu was already gritting her teeth in fury. The three sisters were just casually looking at first, but the more they searched, the more excited they got. It was like picking up free money, completely missing their mother's darkening face. The eldest sister thought to herself, "Dad is amazing, he even looks like he hides cash in his nostrils." The second sister thought, "What's the big deal? Look at this floor tile I found, flip it over, and it's all cash." The third sister came over to show off, "Yours or nothing. This one I found is the real deal." Three heads leaned in and exclaimed in unison, "Dad actually hid money inside the sofa. How did he even get it in? I bet there's more inside. Let's cut it open and see." The second sister grabbed scissors, snipped the sofa open in 2 cuts, and was stunned. Densely packed cash everywhere. How long did it take to save all this? Only then did they notice their mother's sour expression. They quickly stood aside quietly. Momgu stuffed all the cash into a bag and wanted to keep searching with them. "Rifle through everything, if it breaks, I'll take responsibility." That's exactly what we were waiting for. You excitedly grabbed a hammer and looked at your sisters. They were shocked. "What are you planning to smash?" You pointed at a pillar. The three sisters were even more shocked. "That's solid concrete, how could money possibly be hidden in there?" The eldest sister reached out and knocked on it. She went silent. "Hollow?" Momgu snatched the hammer. One swing of the hammer, and out fell a 100 yuan bill wrapped in plastic wrap. Gu Wanqing reached in to pull it out, but it kept coming and coming until a huge pile covered the floor. Everyone then realized something. There was even more in Mom and Dad's bedroom. What? The bedroom too? Oh no, when Dad gets back, he's going to get slapped silly. After finishing the study, they searched the bedroom even more thoroughly. Clothes, pants, pillows, even vests were turned inside out. Second sister, eldest sister. "Come here and look at this." The others crowded around. "Oh, there are no words." Dad folded cash into the shape of underwear and hung it in the closet and Mom never noticed? It's so obvious. Momgu sat down speechlessly, tossing the 100 yuan underwear into the bag. You silently walked to the balcony, pulled out the flour from the pot, and retrieved a wrapped bundle. Mom can't see why? Mother's voice was calm as she spoke. "Your dad told me he bought them by the roadside. A whole bunch for $100. He thought they looked nice and used them as decorations." Eldest sister pulled one down and looked at it. "Mom, these are real. Each one costs tens of thousands, not fake." Dad hid so much jewelry? You're barely holding back your laughter. It really isn't Dad's fault. A jewelry company owed Dad money, so they paid him with jewelry. Dad thought it was too cheap and couldn't give it away. He thought it looked nice, so he hung it up there. Rich and willful. Just then, Dad's voice came from outside the door. "Honey, I'm home." The three sisters quickly put down the money. "Mom, I still have things at the company, so I'll go first. I've already taken 2 days off. I need to get busy at the company too. I'm shifting my schedule back to domestic now, and there are some things that need second sister's help. I'll leave with second sister." Then the three of them dropped you and ran. You were startled. And quickly said, "Mom, I'll go check the kitchen for something to eat. I'm hungry." Run. Mom's gone crazy. As the three sisters walked out, they just happened to run into Dad coming upstairs. The three of them gave him a sympathetic look. Dad was puzzled. "What's with that look? Do I owe you money?" "Dad, take care of yourself. We've got work to do." After the three left, they ran into you again. Dad's face instantly softened. "Ah Chen, where have you been playing?" You gave a sweet smile. "Playing in your study with me?" Dad became interested. "Playing what?" "Playing the find the money game." "Find money?" Dad's face suddenly stiffened. "Oh no." He asked nervously, "Is your mom in the room?" You nodded obediently. "Yes, she is. She's not counting money." Dad's body trembled. "I'm doomed. How am I supposed to explain this? Most men hide private money with ulterior motives, but I really just stashed it away. I never used it. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything wrong. Dad smiled awkwardly. Turned to leave, then suddenly remembered he hadn't brought back a contract from the company. Help me tell your mom I won't be home for dinner tonight, Gu-chan. Come in. Mom's calm voice rang out. You shook your head. Wow, Dad, don't blame me for this.
If we don't find it now, and the company goes bankrupt later, the house will be taken to pay debts.
And all your secret money will be taken by others. So it's better to give it to Mom. Family doesn't separate yours from mine. No need to be polite.
Dad had no choice but to hang his head and enter the bedroom.
The sight inside startled him. Oh no, even the underwear has been turned out. He quickly dropped his bag and went to appease Mom. I can explain. Really, I didn't mean to hide it from you. I just didn't want you to worry. Mom took a deep breath and chose to trust her man. Alright, explain yourself. Remember 10 years ago when our company had that crisis? The financial crash almost wiped us out.
I thought if the company got into trouble again someday,
we'd have no money. So I started saving from then on. I never wasted a single cent. I swear.
Mom found it both funny and bittersweet. Fine, then you find the money yourself.
Either keep it with me, or keep it with your son. Just don't stash it at home anymore. What if the house catches fire someday? Gu-chan broke out in a cold sweat. Find it, find it. Give it all to my son once found. Why didn't I think of that? If the house catches fire, my money will be gone. You didn't hear any commotion and felt a bit disappointed. Mom actually believed Dad's nonsense. Dad didn't waste it, but he used it to buy alcohol. Dad was exasperated. You little traitor.
Mom's roar came from inside the room.
Gu-hwai finally couldn't stay put anymore and came out of his room.
The boy who had been on a hunger strike opened the door.
And saw you.
His eyes were teary as he looked around, didn't see anyone.
And asked you pitifully, brother, where are my sisters? Oh, the sisters ran off. Said something happened at the company? Gu-hwai was stunned for 2 seconds, his expression shifted, and tears started streaming down.
Taking advantage of your distraction, the guy launched a sneak attack.
No wonder he's a top-tier imported snack. Holding me and not letting go, what's this all about? You see your new clothes
are all wet from crying. Can't take it anymore, directly slap his arm. Gu-hwai releases you in pain, his face twisted like a pretzel, forgetting even to cry. He stares at you in disbelief.
Brother, you actually hit me? You sniff your fingers. Good, no underarm odor. Gu-hwai's face turns ashen. Not only did you hit me, you're disgusted by me too. I am your brother.
What brother?
In what way are you like me? Oh, stop it. You look a bit like the neighbor uncle next door. You're not his son, are you? Gu-hwai trembles with anger. Brother, can you say something nice? Say something nice? Only you know how to act all innocent and manipulative. And you won't let me be sarcastic? So pretentious. You ignore him. Turn around and go downstairs. Gu-hwai's eyes are fierce. This jerk. He reaches out to grab your arm, but it's like you have eyes in the back of your head, you dodge. He directly slides down lying on the railing. You think to yourself, wow. So smooth, so fun. Why didn't you fall to your death?
Gu-hwai withdraws his hand, holds the railing, and carefully walks down.
You watch him walk downstairs, looking pitiful. You sneer inwardly. Wearing elevator shoes at home, putting on airs. Gu-hwai, now downstairs.
Looks around, hoping someone at home will come and care about him, but finds the servants are all gone.
He can't help asking you, brother, where are the servants?
Oh, I heard the company had trouble, they ran off with the money.
Ran off?
No, they took a half day off to go shopping.
Gu-hwai is shocked again. He doesn't believe it.
Takes out his phone and secretly calls Gu Wanqing.
Hey, big sister, why did you leave without a word? Is the company okay now? The other side says it's fine. He hesitates, then says again. Sister, I gave all my money to Dad. Gu Wanqing feels a warmth in her heart.
Never thought the little brother would be so thoughtful, even willing to help the company with money.
Unlike Gu-chan. Big sister will send you some money. Hangs up the phone. Gu-hwai smugly opens WeChat, then sees the transfer amount. His face instantly turns blacker than the bottom of a pot. 16,000? Is big sister treating me like a beggar? It used to be at least 500,000. This time she gives me so little.
What he doesn't know is that all 3 sisters' cards and incomes have been frozen. Each month they can only wait for Dad to transfer 10,000 as living expenses.
Giving him over 10,000 is already generous. Gu-hwai sends another message out. The Gu family might be in trouble.
The other side replies quickly.
Find a way into the Gu family company. Gu Huai quickly deletes the message, feeling a bit puzzled inside. Why does that person want me to get the Gu family assets and also establish a foothold in the entertainment industry?
But he trusts that person. Because all the benefits are his.
Why wouldn't he follow through? Gu Huai is starving in the kitchen.
Meanwhile, you are walking the dog in the yard, eating melon seeds.
Gu Huai thinks to himself. He gave the money to Dad, afraid he won't get it back. He's completely panicked. Panicked to the point of fainting. Should you go over and pinch his philtrum? He spent the money to buy bots to smear me. I don't get it. I'm already blackened to what point?
Even bleach can't whiten me anymore, and Gu Huai still hires people to smear me. This man can't see the situation clearly. Although I gained a lot of traffic from the island show, because of the rampant haters.
My reputation is even worse than before. Alright, ergo. Let me show you on Weibo how they curse my haters. You hold the phone in front of the dog. The dog thinks in its heart, I'm a dog. Why am I looking at a phone? If I look at the phone, it'll make me seem smart. What if someone discovers and takes me for research?
Ergo is deeply worried.
You slap him on the face. Be serious.
The dog wants to cry, can only pretend to understand.
You think to yourself. See?
Able to hit people, able to curse people. And could go crazy at any time, carrying 9 kinds of weapons.
Shocking. My haters are even more vicious than me.
You scroll to another one and show him.
And this one too.
This person calls my haters brainless, as irrational and inhuman as some washed up nobody.
That's a roundabout way of insulting me. You put down your phone and look up at the sky.
A patch of sunset clouds reflects on your delicate, refined face, but you look out of place in the surroundings.
System, host, Gu Huai is scheming against you again.
The golden glow from your body just now triggered him.
Is he crazy? Jealous of my golden glow? Why doesn't he just fly up and compete with the sun? Oh. So he asked Zhou Rui to find me 2 lousy gigs. Much obliged. I think Gu Huai is actually pretty nice.
I'll send him a gift too.
You push the dog cart wobbling into the kitchen. Gu Huai is in the kitchen.
Flustered, he starts heating oil in a pot to cook noodles.
You lean against the doorframe, arms crossed. You exclaim, oh no, wrong move.
Put the noodles in first, then sugar.
Why did you add salt? Gu Huai wants to get angry. He holds back, rolling his eyes. Who puts sugar in noodles?
You can't stand it anymore, so you dump all the seasonings in at once.
Ever heard of noodle chaos stew? Can't even cook noodles. Gu Huai watches, on the verge of tears. Stop adding stuff. Is this even fit for human consumption? You pause. Believe it or not, the dog will eat it. Finally, you finish cooking the noodles. A black, lumpy mess, can't tell what's what. If you knew it was noodles, you'd be right. If not, you'd think it was charcoal. Gu Huai's hands tremble. He can't hold back anymore, throws down his chopsticks, and runs off. Eat it yourself. I'm ordering takeout. You pick up the chopsticks and shake your head regretfully. Why didn't you say so earlier? Waste of my time. If you won't eat it, the dog will.
You take the noodles to the yard and pour them for Ergo.
Ergo sniffs them. Devours them eagerly. You wonder, is it really that good? Why wouldn't Gu Huai eat it? Soon after, the dog throws everything up. Even the lunch it ate earlier is gone. You feel awkward and pretend to check your phone.
But you see a bank transfer notification on the screen.
You count uncertainly ones, tens, hundreds, 10,000s, millions. 2 million credited today. You can't stop grinning. Did Mom transfer all her secret savings to me? And told me not to tell my sisters. You're not stupid. Forget telling them.
From now on, in front of them, you have to pretend to be dead broke so those 3 sisters don't blow through the money.
All of it given to Gu Huai. You've received the money, and now you don't even care about the dog suffering from vomiting. In a good mood, you open Green Bubble and accept Zhou Rui's friend request. You want to see what resources Zhou Rui found for you. The moment you accept, Zhou Rui sends a flood of files. You tap to open them.
There's a script, audition roles, even the audition time and place.
Is this guy really that nice? Too bad, just like Gu Huai, a ruthless one. You open the script and start reading.
It's a rich family romance drama adapted from the popular novel of the same name, The Year I Left You. In the drama, the male and female leads grew up together as childhood sweethearts and liked each other, but on the day the female lead was about to confess, the male lead's family faced a catastrophe, forcing him to separate from her.
Years later, they reunite,
hoping to rekindle their romance, but the female lead still resents what happened back then and tortures the male lead relentlessly. Later, she even kisses another man right in front of him. Eventually, the male lead's heart turns cold, and he leaves for a distant land. But on the day of his departure, he gets into a car accident. The female lead is filled with regret, living in pain for the rest of her life. System, host, this drama is Kujin's grave and Gu Qinghan's prison.
Kujin is the man's second sister hired for 200,000. You think, damn. Only 200,000 to keep a man? Who does she think she's insulting?
She deserves the prison time. System, host, you're focusing on the wrong thing.
Kujin will be framed by Gu Huai in this drama. Your second sister will take the blame and go to jail.
You don't care, 30% fate.
70% luck. Can't blame him either.
It's his own fault for being blind. You put away your phone, a gossipy glint in your eyes.
Let's go, let's go. Let's dig up the dirt on second sister.
I want to see how Gu Huai makes friends with Kujin, and how Gu Qinghan screws him over.
Host, do you want to check your audition roll?
Oh, too excited, I forgot I have to audition too. You open your phone again to check the audition roll, but freeze.
Then you burst out laughing. Isn't it just a made roll? Zhou Rui wants to use it to control me. Zhou Rui overestimates herself. Or rather, she overestimates me. Back when you first entered the entertainment industry, you played beggars, corpses, maidservants. Body doubles, you've played them all. It's because of those minor roles that you managed to gain a foothold in the entertainment industry.
This maid role is practically tailor-made for you. In the script, when the lead actress is in a bad mood, the maid comforts her.
When the lead actress is drunk, the maid takes care of her.
When the lead actress has something on her mind, she confides in the maid.
When the lead actress forgets a document, it's also the maid who delivers it. The only difference is that in the drama, the maid is an older man. And you're only 18. Asking you to play this role is indeed a bit much. You change clothes and head to the company. As soon as you reach the hallway, you run into Zhou Rui, who's about to leave. You stop in your tracks. When Zhou Rui sees you, she can't help but mock you. Sure enough, Zhou Rui speaks up. Oh, look who's putting on airs. Already so washed up and still acting like a diva. Think just because you have a bit of popularity, you can look down on your agent.
Green Bubble is harder to marry off than the Heavenly King.
Basic decency means respecting your agent. Always keeping an eye on messages.
You hit back with a real bombshell. I am the Heavenly King's mother.
Who are you, some nobody? If you didn't sign up, how could I add you? Zhou Rui is shaking with rage.
Pointing at you, she says, Guchen, all you do all day is eat and sleep.
If you don't want to stay in the entertainment industry, then get lost now and stop wasting other people's time and resources. Calling you a slow-witted fool with vacant eyes, you ask, whose time have I wasted? Yours? Isn't your time spent on pimping? As for resources, you mean that maid role I auditioned for? Oh, you want it? Fine, I'm generous. It's all yours. You wave your hand, saying, I never hold grudges. If a dog bites me, I usually just slap it twice. Zhou Rui is so angry she feels a heart attack coming. Everyone always flatters me. I can make someone a star, and I can destroy someone.
And today, I'm being humiliated by Gu Chen.
He composes himself and sneers, if you don't want the maid role, that's fine too.
As long as you listen to me, it's not impossible to swap you into a supporting male role.
He's certain that Gu Chen will beg me for the role. Then it'll be easy to control him. Too bad he's about to be proven wrong.
Not only do you look down on him, your eyes are full of disgust.
Listen to what you say? So you want to be my mom, huh? TSK. A woman like you? Even my dad wouldn't look at you. In the company, Dad Gu suddenly sneezes. Strange, why does it feel like someone's cursing me? Zhou Rui's plan fails, so she doesn't waste any more words.
She picks up her bag and tries to bump into you.
You don't dodge or move. You just stand there and let her hit you. But when Zhou Rui shoves her shoulder into you,
you're fine, but she's the one who staggers back a step, her chest aching.
Her face dark and gloomy. You cover your mouth and snicker. Hey, big shot. Don't you have eyes when you walk? With such a wide hallway, you had to walk right into me? Trying to get my attention? Too bad. My dad wouldn't look at you, and I definitely wouldn't. Zhou Rui's face turns bright red.
Seeing someone approaching, she clicks her heels and hurries away, glaring at you as she leaves.
Bitch, just wait for me. You taunt back, you little punk. I'll be waiting. The Gu from second sister Gu. After pissing her off, you run to the office. In the office, Kujin is lowering his head. He sets out the prepared food neatly on Gu Qinghan's desk. Gu Qinghan gives him a cold glance.
Continuing with her own work, Kujin has a cool, aloof demeanor, appearing strong on the outside.
But inside, he's fragile and sensitive.
He quietly says, Gu Qinghan, please eat first. The food won't taste good once it gets cold.
Upon hearing this, Gu Qinghan shuts down her computer.
Her sharp eyes sweep over him. She picks up her chopsticks and takes a bite. But as soon as it's in her mouth, she furrows her brow. She turns her head and spits it out, then slams down the chopsticks. She glares at him coldly.
This is how you repay me? Can't even handle basic cooking?
Kujin lowers his head to apologize.
I'm sorry, I'll do better next time.
His eyes are already welling up. But he forces himself not to cry. Seeing him like this only makes Gu Qinghan angrier. She dumps the food directly into the trash can, tosses the bowl away, and says coldly, get out. Kujin cleans up the bowl and hurries out of the office.
As soon as he leaves, tears uncontrollably streamed down his face. Kujin wiped his tears, and looking up, saw people waiting at the door with snacks.
His heart skipped a beat.
He forced a smile and hurried away.
You watched his retreating figure, a dark glint in your eyes.
TSK, TSK. Gu Qinghan is such a jerk.
Even I, a mere spectator, can't stand it, host.
It's fine. He'll go to jail anyway. Oh, right. Gu Qinghan will go to jail. Why am I even worrying? Bastard. Serves him right.
Gu Qinghan heard that and felt puzzled.
Jail? Why would I go to jail? Gu Chen? Come in. You never listen.
He called out while grilling.
Oh no, things are about to kick off. I'm almost late. What was that barking just now? Scared me to death. After you left. Gu Qinghan grew irritated again. Gu Chen knows everything that happened just now. What will he think of me? Does he think I'm wrong too? But that man only got with me for money.
I never believed he really liked me.
He never said he liked me. This relationship is too painful for me. But I refuse to lower my head.
You took a car to Zhengyang Hotel.
The audition is here. You found the room by the address.
As soon as you entered, you saw many people had already arrived.
Everyone stared at you, stunned.
Some sized you up, others smirked.
You ignored them.
Your eyes swept the room, then you spotted Gu Qinghan.
He was here too.
Gu Qinghan also saw you, but ignored you, lowering his head to continue reading the script.
You quickly looked away, then let your gaze fall on Gu Huang and Kujin. The system spoke.
Gu Huang is starting to suspect the relationship between Kujin and Gu Qinghan, so he's deliberately getting close to him.
I know Gu Huang's tricks.
First, he befriends someone to make them open up. Then he exploits their weaknesses to hurt them.
His method of manipulating people. I really can't handle it. Kujin was cast as the male lead, and Gu Huang as the supporting male. But Kujin was too outstanding. Gu Huang grew jealous of him and secretly created obstacles.
He made Gu Qinghan misunderstand Kujin, causing them to be completely unable to reconcile.
You thought to yourself,
Gu Qinghan is slowly digging his own grave.
How could he let someone easily sow discord between him and the man he likes? Since that's the case, just enjoy watching him self-destruct. When he's done for, you can burn some paper money for him.
You're a nobody actor, no one wants to approach you.
You don't care. You find a random seat and sit down. However, Gu Qingxue wants to audition for the female lead. Is he still dreaming? If he plays the lead, this drama will definitely tank. Gu Qingxue heard this and got furious. Who does he think he is? Once I get the female lead, I'll slap his face. Besides, the female lead for this drama
was already decided long ago.
He didn't even ask around before coming. Coming is one thing, but did he not notice there are no big-name actresses auditioning for the female lead?
Only third sister is silly enough to still dream of being the lead.
Gu Qingxue quickly scanned around, panicking inside. Gu Chen was right. No big-name actresses auditioning for the female lead means the role was already set. She clutched the script, stood up, glared at you, and hurriedly left. Gu Huai looked up, puzzled. Why did third sister leave? Ah Huai, what are you looking at?
Kujin followed his gaze but saw nothing except you.
He nodded slightly.
Gu Huai noticed a dark light flashing in his eyes.
He said in a low voice, "That's my brother Gu Chen. You should know him." I know him. I've watched his livestream. He has a really bad temper. Even I dare not get close. And he really does hit people, no matter who. I've been hit by him. My second sister has been hit by him too. My second sister is Gu Qinghan. Kujin was taken aback. Gu Chen hit Gu Qinghan too?
He had some fondness for you, but hearing Gu Huai say that, all fondness vanished.
Host, Gu Huai is bad-mouthing Kujin. It's fine. Gu Huai has always been a liar. He could talk the living into dying, and the dead into jumping up. Looks like Kujin is also a love-struck fool. If he's not clear-headed, the whole family might suffer. The host has a story. That person next to you. Don't eat it.
This guy stole a watermelon as a kid. He even poked a hole in the watermelon, took a dump inside, covered it back up, and right in front of so many people. He froze for a moment. You turned to look and saw a young woman reaching her hand onto the thigh of the boy next to her. The boy endured it, not daring to make a sound. This woman was his senior, he couldn't afford to offend her, and there were too many people around. He was afraid of the impact on himself. Seeing that he didn't dare resist, the woman grew bolder. She was thinking to herself when she turned her head and saw your delicate and beautiful face smiling right at her. Her eyes lit up. She recognized you. Gu Chen, you're even better looking than some big celebrities. She withdrew her hand. Her gaze swept over you, and she unconsciously leaned in. Gu Chen, you tapped me earlier. Did you need me for something? You just sit farther away. Why are you crowding so close? Did you brush your teeth this morning? Your voice was loud, instantly drawing everyone's attention. The woman was both embarrassed and annoyed. What are you pretending for? You called me over yourself. Aren't you just trying to seduce me? Seduce you? Gu Chen seduce you? Seeing that everyone looked at her with disbelief, she panicked inside but still talked tough. I'm telling the truth. I was doing fine, and he suddenly called me over to sit next to him. Someone nearby couldn't hold back. Stop it. Everyone knows Gu Chen has no interest in women and even hits women. Now he's not letting men off either. If you don't want to get beaten, shut up. Gu Chen caught in a scandal? The whole internet wouldn't believe it. Everyone knows he hates women. Even if he lay in bed with a woman, it would be that woman's fault. The woman gritted her teeth. Knowing she had messed with the wrong person, she had no choice but to swallow her anger and shut up. The boy who was taken advantage of gave you a grateful look. You couldn't be bothered. You stepped in. Purely because you can't stand women who disrespect men. If he had done that to you, you would have beaten him so badly his ancestors wouldn't recognize him. The woman wanted to let things die down, but unfortunately you weren't done with her. You spoke slowly. Some people, not only stole a watermelon when they were kids, but also took a dump inside that watermelon. Disgusting, truly disgusting. What? Is that something a person would do? Who's so rotten? You glanced at the woman who couldn't sit still. Curved your lips into a smile. That person, when they grew up, never got rid of their stealing habit. Holding their phone, squatting in the subway restroom, secretly filming guys using the toilet. The crowd was furious. A scum of society. They ought to be thrown in jail. Everyone present looked at that woman with suspicion, contempt, and anger. The woman's face turned pale. Sweat pouring all over. You continued. Later on, that person entered the entertainment industry, not just secretly filming, but also committing rape. After hearing that, the woman's face went completely white. She was in a daze. She didn't dare leave. If she left, everything would be over. But she forgot. You're Gu Chen. The one thing you never lack is haters. And haters love to leak secrets. As it happened, one of your haters was right there. They already had their phone out, excitedly sending messages. Blackie babies. Got work. Yang Xing, B-list in the entertainment circle. Secretly filmed a guy in the toilet and committed rape. Results tonight. Sutia, Hubian. The group chat instantly flooded. Received. You would never guess that your haters had already gathered. With proper management and group chats, in the future, they would become an unstoppable force. There's nothing they can't do. After this little episode, everyone understood one truth. You can mess with anyone. Just don't mess with Gu Chen. Mess with her, and her leaks can put your whole family on trending. But some people just aren't afraid, like Gu Huai. She wouldn't be living up to her two-faced persona if she didn't come looking for a scolding. Gu Huai cheerfully sat down next to you. You knew exactly. She was up to no good. Brother, is your character okay? If you're having trouble, I can teach you. Her voice was neither loud nor soft. Everyone present heard that Gu Chen was here to audition for a servant role. Someone couldn't help laughing. Given her personality, it's surprising she's not going for the male supporting role, yet she's auditioning for a servant. You gave her a quick glance, and everyone immediately shut up. Gu Huai. You should worry about yourself. My role? I could pass it lying down. Yours? Forget lying down, you couldn't pass it even sideways. Your tone dripped with sarcasm, your eyes as if seeing through her thoughts, but Gu Huai had thick skin. Her lips pouted, on the verge of tears. Brother. How can you say that about me? I didn't sleep well all night for this role.
As my brother, shouldn't you be cheering me on? Didn't sleep a wink all night. Gu Huai grinds his teeth and snores at night. He sleeps sounder than anyone. Not even thunder could wake him. You grinned. Fine, I'll blow you some luck. Want some? Gu Huai just pouted and had no choice but to return to Gu Chen's side. You thought to yourself, what a messed up guy. Gu Huai thought to himself. Psycho. Soon, things began.
A crew member came to call people. While others auditioned, you took the chance to draw a prize. Yesterday you won a pack of tissues, which annoyed you so much your teeth ached. Ding, dropped a cannon fodder gossip card. Exclusive to cannon fodder. Use when there's a crowd. As long as a cannon fodder touches the main target, you can eat their gossip. It automatically expires after leaving the gossip garden. Gossip points. Ha, what's this? So weird. Main target, like the gossip you just hugged, everyone present got a taste. One person, 1 point. Your mouth could fit an egg. Crappy system. Why couldn't 2 more of these cards drop? You missed out on the points from just now. My heart aches. You decided to save this card for later use. The crew was packed with people. You'd be eating gossip every day, just thinking about it made the future look bright. Seriously. Soon it was your turn. You raised your hand, puffed out your chest, and walked out confidently. Someone was speechless. An auditioning servant with her nose in the air. People these days really have no standards. You thought to yourself, who understands my joy in eating gossip? The moment you entered, you were ignored. The director, producer, they didn't even like B-listers, especially you. The director asked with a straight face, "You're Gu Chen? Here to audition for the servant role." The few of them exchanged glances. They thought you were here to try out for the male supporting role, but instead, it was a servant. Surprising, really surprising. You smiled calmly. Yes, director. May I ask what my audition content is? The director told you to perform a scene where you take care of a drunk female lead. He also said you could pick someone from the room to act with you. The drunk female lead wouldn't just sit on the floor, right? No one spoke up. The photographer obediently played along. You added, "Close your eyes." She obediently closed her eyes. She thought to herself, I'm just a tool. Right now I want to see Duke Joe. After preparing, you gave an okay. The next second, your expression, your demeanor, your movements all changed. A fresh and refined aura rushed right at you. Miss, how did you get drunk again? The natural performance made the director, producer, and scriptwriter's eyes light up. You had the weariness of a 50-year-old servant in your eyes and brows, yet you portrayed the innocent vibe of a 20-year-old servant. You called out a few times but couldn't wake her, so you helped the female lead to the bedroom and even considerately prepared face washing water. Foot washing water, tucked the female lead in. Didn't forget to turn off the light when leaving. A series of simple actions, yet you completely immersed yourself in the role. Not a single flaw to be found. The director chatted quietly with the scriptwriter. She can actually change her aura. Playing a servant is a waste. Could give her the male supporting role. After your performance, you returned to your usual self. Everyone, my performance is over. The director spoke hesitantly. What do you think of the male supporting role? You directly refused. Sorry, teacher. I only want the servant role. No one could disturb your gossip eating. Director, a bit regretful, directly announced, all right. We'll notify you later about joining the cast. You grinned. This means you passed. You said thank you, teacher, and left. The director shook his head. Roles others beg for but can't get. But he refused. The producer chimed in, yeah. What a shame. They never expected that the usually eccentric and weird story after his performance would be so calm. Only the truly skilled can freely switch roles. This process is not simple. Next is Gu Huai. Seeing you come out, he asked hypocritically, how did it go, big brother? Playing a 50-year-old servant? Must be tough. Sorry, I passed. Will you be joining the cast later? Gu Huai's expression stiffened for a moment, said congratulations, and went in. Kujin was also at the door, but didn't intend to talk to you. Kujin, right? You spoke first. Parents are seriously ill in the hospital, and there's a younger sister still in school. You just graduated from college, have been interning at the company for 6 months, and have been with Gu Qinghan for 6 months too. Kujin's expression turned sour.
Only Gu Qinghan knew about his family matters. It was he who told Gu Chen. Prying into others' privacy is not the act of a gentleman, is it? Your tone was light. Don't worry, I won't blab. Just want to give you a piece of advice.
You leaned close to his ear and whispered, stay away from Gu Huai.
When Kujin reacted, you were already gone. He lowered his head, a flicker of mockery in his eyes. Gu Huai was right. Gu Chen hit him before. No wonder he tells me to stay away from A Huai.
Only when A Huai has no friends around can he bully A Huai.
2 days after the audition ended,
all the actors were confirmed, and the shooting schedule was set.
The actors for indoor scenes were to join the crew. This time the filming location was on a mountain in Cloud City.
It was said there were 2 large villas on the mountain. Beautiful scenery, fresh air.
You packed your luggage.
Surrounded by Dad Gu and Mom Gu, Chen, if you run into someone tall and strong that you can't beat,
try to avoid them. Don't let yourself get hurt. Yeah. If you can't win, attack their lower body. Same for men and women.
You were shocked.
Mom and Dad are just teaching you how to fight.
Mom Gu secretly slipped a card into your hand. Seeing Gu Huai come out with his luggage packed, she quickly withdrew her hand and put on a worried expression.
You thought to yourself, the Oscars owe Mom an award. I hereby present it to her. Only a fool turns down money. You quickly put the card into your bag and played along with a smile. You burst out laughing inside. Wow, wow, wow. A windfall of wealth has come again. Little model, wait for me. Gu Huai could tell that Mom and Dad's attitude was different from before.
He got nothing and had to force a smile through extreme endurance. This time going to film, I'm afraid someone's going to end up in grave danger. Upon hearing your thoughts, Mom and Dad Gu were startled.
Who will be in danger? They wanted to hear more, but you stopped talking.
After the 2 left, Mom and Dad Gu hugged each other and cried.
It must not be Chen.
He's so smart and fierce.
He'll definitely turn misfortune into good luck. You thought to yourself. Fierce? Thanks, Mom. That's a spot-on description. This time it was a same city shoot. A 5-hour drive could get there. Gu Huai brought a huge suitcase.
Wearing elevator shoes, he used all his strength but couldn't drag it.
He looked at you pitifully, hoping you'd help. You looked up at the sky, then down at the ground, then quickly slipped into the car. Not seeing, not hearing. Mom! Mom, you called out. Once in the car, you closed your eyes to sleep. But Gu Huai couldn't sleep. He wanted to chat with the driver, and all he talked about was family. Children. It made you furious. This driver at home often abused her wife. She even had the nerve to say she treated her wife and daughter well. Several times she beat her wife so badly she ended up in the hospital. Once she almost beat her to death. She also laid heavy hands on her daughter. Her daughter can't hear in one ear. It was because she hit her. You thought to yourself, damn it. How could the Gu family hire someone like this? If Mom and Dad knew, they'd definitely fire her. Then she'd go home and the domestic violence would get even worse. You hate this kind of person who's a bully at home but a coward outside. Going home to take it out on the family. The host has a bit of a violent tendency after so long. This person is not only a drunkard but also a drug addict. Unless they commit a crime. Otherwise, there's no cure. You were so angry you just fell asleep. 5 hours later, the car stopped in the city. Gu Huai said she was starving. She wanted to eat first before going up the mountain. You agreed. You left your bag in the car. Followed Gu Huai into a noodle shop. As soon as you entered, fans recognized her. Gu Huai's true fans. And your anti-fans. Oh my god, a Huai baby. Can't believe we met you here. We're your fans. Can we take a photo? The fans saw their idol and almost jumped 2 meters high. Gu Huai smiled sweetly. Sure. After taking a cheek-to-cheek photo with fans, she ordered a bowl of noodles. Then asked what you wanted to eat. You ordered something random. Noticed on your right side. 2 pairs of eyes were staring at you. When you looked over, they lowered their heads. You turned back, their gaze drifted over again. You thought to yourself, this is too weird. Staring at me like I'm a ghost in broad daylight. Anyone would be freaked out. Good thing you're an exception. The anti-fans thought, so awkward. We're too few, can't even greet Huadu. Huadu definitely spotted us. She's unhappy. You thought, I'm not unhappy at all. Wronged. The anti-fans thought, so wronged. We were just so excited we forgot to blink. After eating noodles, Gu Huai was still fussing around with fans. Afraid others wouldn't know she was here. You urged her to leave quickly. Her fans were unhappy. Our Huai is back. What's wrong with chatting more? If you want to leave, go yourself. Ahwai is not safe with you. Don't say that. Her anti-fans are rampant. Don't run into them. The anti-fans thought, we'll follow them later. Let them taste all kinds of tricks. If you won't leave, I'll go first. You didn't want to attract too much attention.
Fans these days are irrational, and you had to go up the mountain for filming.
Being followed would be troublesome. Gu Huai wouldn't leave, so you left. Just as you were about to leave, Gu Huai called you back.
With a lonely look, she said to the fans, "Thank you for liking me. But I'm the younger brother, I have to listen to my brother."
That statement was too ambiguous.
She was guiding the fans to make everyone think you were controlling her and bullying her.
Sure enough, the fans got angry. Gu Chen. What gives you the right to control Ahwai?
She has her own thoughts. Every time Ahwai is with you, she's unlucky. And she still defends you.
Gu Huai hypocritically urged the fans, don't say that. My brother didn't mean it. He just didn't want to cause a commotion. The anti-fans couldn't stand it anymore.
They slammed the table and yelled, "You two homewreckers, you stole our girlfriends. And you still dare to eat openly.
Have some shame." The other anti-fan directly dragged one of the fans out.
The dragged fan was stunned and quickly grabbed onto someone.
"Let me go.
We didn't steal your girlfriends.
We have pictures and evidence." Want me to show everyone? Solid evidence, high definition, and uncensored. The two fans panicked.
The women they were cheating with were indeed the girlfriends of these two anti-fans. Afraid of being exposed, they quickly covered their faces and ran.
The anti-fans didn't let them off. Chased after and cursed, "Stop right there, bastards. Still calling Ahwai baby.
Kiss your mother's clarity."
You thought to yourself. Felt like they were cursing someone, and it was Gu Huai. Did you mishear? Gu Huai looked awkward.
Seeing the crowd growing, she quickly urged,
"Let's go quickly, too many people." You thought, weren't you refusing to leave just now? Keep pretending, you melon. Those two just now were my anti-fans. My anti-fans are too vicious, even chasing people and hitting them.
They really inherited some of my skills.
You looked up at the sky, damn it. Who understands? Anti-fans don't learn good things, only bad, but it's so satisfying. As long as they don't hit you, let them be, because you ate too much.
You can't sleep after getting in the car, but Gu Huai says his stomach hurts.
You think to yourself, this guy is just being dramatic.
Suddenly, a loud pop sound comes from inside the car.
You quickly cover your nose. Another fart rings out.
The driver awkwardly breaks the silence. It's normal to have an upset stomach. There's no restroom ahead, so I can only stop at the foot of the mountain.
Gu Huai is mortified.
His face turns bright red. The third fart arrives. He wishes he could jump out of the car right now and find a hole to crawl into. You, covering your nose, also want to jump out.
What the hell did you eat to make it smell so bad?
Worse than dead fish in a ditch.
The system chimes in with a reminder. What else could he eat? Snacks. He didn't learn his lesson after the last toilet plunging incident and bought another stash to put in the drawer. He even ate a bag of beans on the way here. You quickly roll down the window for ventilation.
Actually, you don't want to overreact. After all, everyone has bodily urges.
Letting it out is healthier. But you just can't pass up the chance to humiliate Gu Huai.
If the farting incident today gets out, Gu Huai will definitely say, "Oh, dear brother.
Life is about movement, health is about circulation. Actually, it's just bodily waste. Letting it out makes you live longer."
Luckily, the ride to the foot of the mountain isn't long. As soon as the car stops,
Gu Huai runs toward the restroom wearing a mask.
The way he looks, one more step and he'd have soiled his pants. The driver gets out to smoke, occasionally glancing toward the supermarket. You also get out to breathe fresh air. You walk into the supermarket, buy 2 bottles of liquor and some snacks, and put them directly in the car.
The driver takes a couple of looks. "Whoa, good stuff, Mr. Gu. Are you going to drink it?" "No."
The driver swallows his saliva. He stubs out his cigarette and gets back in the car. Gu Huai returns after taking care of business, and the car continues driving up the mountain.
About 30 minutes left. You're bored in Open Weibo.
As soon as you log in, you feel overwhelmed.
Your notifications pop up all from people you don't know. Another celebrity in the entertainment industry has had their reputation collapse. Someone filed a real name report. Yang Xing raped a minor. Recommends execution for scum like this. Brother, what are you looking at? Gu Huai leans in. You generously show him your phone. Gu Huai sees the content and stares at you in shock. How do you know about this? Was what you said before actually true and not just nonsense? He panics inside. What kind of mouth does Guchen have? Sending another person to jail. If he knows everything about me, won't I end up behind bars too? This is terrifying. You show him a message from a black fan. It's a black fan's leak, what does it have to do with me? You think to yourself, Gu Huai is dreaming. You don't know everything. For example, the person he texted, you can't even get the gossip on him. Something's definitely off. After seeing that, Gu Huai breathes a sigh of relief. You continue scrolling through Weibo. You accidentally scroll to Bai Ningbing's Weibo. When did you start following him? Damn it, the original host. Bai Ningbing posted, looking forward to seeing you again. Along with a landscape photo. The ambiguous comment causes an uproar on Weibo, and fans start speculating. Does he have someone he likes? Some fans debunk it, saying he's just nostalgic for a place he's visited. But fans are still concerned and start looking for clues. You pause for a moment on that landscape photo. You continue scrolling down and soon see your own ugly photos and memes. The more you look, the more you like them. You like them all and save every one. The blogger who posted the meme sees your like and excitedly sends a message in the Black Fan group chat. Black fans, my meme using that obscure idol got noticed by the man himself. I have a feeling he definitely saved it. The group chat instantly floods with messages. So touched. The obscure idol finally noticed us. Today, 2 black fans ran into him and even got into a fight with Gu Huai's fans. If you're seeing all this, you hand the snacks to the driver. Uncle, thanks for your hard work on the road. The weather's getting colder. You can eat these snacks on the way. The driver is stunned. He awkwardly declines, Sir, this is just my duty. I can't accept this. I already bought them, and I don't eat them myself. Just take them. The driver hesitates for a moment before accepting, his impression of you improving greatly. Wishing both gentlemen a pleasant trip. After the driver leaves, Gu Huai struggles to drag the suitcase over. He asks curiously, what did you give the driver? He looked so happy. Oh, bought him a pack of cigarettes, so he's happy. You're talking nonsense, Gu Huai sneered. Buying cigarettes for a driver? Mom and Dad give him a salary every month. Gu Huai couldn't drag the luggage, pitifully begging you. Brother, please help me, alright? Zhou Rui is setting up the scene. Not convenient to come pick us up. You're not falling for that. Then change your shoes. These hands aren't suited for rough work. Gu Huai's tears fell, angrily throwing the suitcase on the ground. He also sat on the ground crying. Brother, what exactly do you have against me? I've already stopped competing with you. Can't you even save me a little face? Gu Huai started acting again. He's too deep in character. Are you going to take the bait or not? If you do, he'll jabber on endlessly. If you don't, he'll keep sobbing non-stop. Just then, Gu Zhang walked out. He immediately saw Gu Huai sitting on the ground crying, thought you were bullying him, and angrily came over to help Gu Huai up. Gu Chen, how can you bully your younger brother like this? His tone was full of disappointment. He helped Gu Huai and then picked up his luggage. Host, the show is about to begin. Gu Huai had already notified Gu Zhang to come pick him up. He wanted to deliberately let Gu Zhang see this scene. I know, every time Gu Huai cries, he's up to no good. You figured out his tricks, but you don't plan to expose him. The show should be watched slowly. Gu Zhang, it's not my brother's fault. It's my suitcase being too heavy. I asked my brother to help me drag it. He didn't want to, I suppose. Gu Huai's eyes were full of gloom, looking exactly like someone protecting his vicious older brother. A good cop younger brother act. Gu Zhang dragged the suitcase and pulled Gu Huai forward. I'll take the suitcase for you. Don't make excuses for him. I have eyes to see. Gu Zhang is humble to dust in front of Gu Qinghan, but still has some temper and backbone in front of outsiders. Too bad. What he sees might not be true. You curled your lips, walking slowly and lightly behind. Thinking to yourself, the show has just begun. Yeah. I want gossip, gossip, gossip. You wiggled your butt in your mind. Doing some fancy hand moves. The system was helpless. Usually you look pretty normal. You go crazy when there's gossip. Host, once everyone is here, you can use the cannon fodder gossip card. Okay, when everyone's here, just auto-use it and give me a ding sound. After arriving at the villa, the 3 went straight to the 2nd floor and didn't see anyone else. Gu Huai asked Gu Zhang, where are they? Everyone is setting up the background in the back. The best actress is also interning? Zze, Bai Ningbing is too dedicated. As expected of the best actress with the most male fans, you silently complained in your heart. Unlike you. A bunch of scandals is bad enough, but you're also chased by haters every day cursing you, cursing quite harshly. the #1 sarcastic scholar online.
Then he took Gu Huai into the house.
Oh, a beauty. Thank you, you politely thanked, after all you are a person with decency.
You opened the door and walked into the room, finding it spacious and bright, decorated simply and comfortably.
Looks like the villa owner prefers bright colors. Just as you put down your backpack, Gu Huai came to call you.
This green tea really never stops.
Brother, should we also go help out? I heard we too are the last to arrive. He pretended to look aggrieved. I already left a bad impression from the last show. If I don't perform well this time.
As he spoke, his eyes reddened.
Gu Zhang quickly comforted him. It's okay, I arrived early and didn't help much either. This time we're filming indoor scenes first. The outdoor scenes won't be rehearsed until next week. Gu Huai pulled Gu Zhang's arm. Still looking dejected. If only you were my real brother, then I'd have someone to talk to. Gu Zhang's heart softened. You can think of me as your real brother. Hear that? Thinking of me as a real brother.
Next comes framing, slandering, taking everything away from Gu Zhang.
Ah, being this brother is too dangerous. If Gu Zhang wanted it, you could just give it to him. Take it, no thanks needed. But seriously, Gu Zhang is a pretty good person, just has a hard fate. Probably won't live long. Gu Huai's mouth can talk ants' legs off. Gu Zhang is love-struck.
When the time comes, not only will his legs break, but his life might be lost too. To make Gu Zhang fully trust him, Gu Huai even pretended not to know about his relationship with Gu Qinghan, and deliberately called Gu Qinghan in front of him.
Second sister, could you come visit me on set during your break? The scenery here is great. After I finish filming, I'll take you out to play. Okay, it's a deal. Second sister, how about it? Oh. That voice gave me goosebumps. After hanging up the phone, Gu Huai proudly showed off to Gu Zhang. My second sister loves me the most. Whatever I say, she goes along with it. I asked her to come visit the set. She agreed right away.
She agreed to come and torment Gu Zhang.
Wow, I'm starting to look forward to it.
A glint of excitement flashed in Gu Zhang's eyes.
Gu Huai accurately sealed his mouth, laughing even more happily. You're my only good friend. When my second sister arrives, I'll bring you along to have fun. Gu Zhang lowered his head and hummed in agreement. His heart was full of anticipation. If Gu Qinghan saw him working hard on set, would she like him a little more? You sneered behind them. Fun? More like risking your life.
When you two are done for, I'll dance the seaweed dance for you.
After the three of them arrived at the studio set, the system suddenly let out a ding. The cannon fodder melon eating card has been activated. Host, get ready to eat melon. Your eyes instantly sparkled. Let's eat, let's eat. Time for a feast.
Wow, the female supporting actress who showed up this time is actually secretly married, and her husband is a streamer.
Who's talking? Most of the crew on set suddenly looked up. Fear instantly rose in their hearts. Is this place haunted? Oh my god. A ghost whispering in their ears. Bai Ningbing was also stunned, hearing that familiar voice.
Her eyes brightened a little. She looked up, and her gaze exactly met yours, which was scanning around. You thought to yourself, there's nothing here.
Why is Bai Ningbing staring at me? Like your dog ergo.
Hearing the words ergo, Bai Ningbing froze for a moment. So in your heart, she's basically the same as a dog.
How infuriating.
The people who had heard the voice waited a long time but heard nothing more, thinking the ghost had left.
But the next second, the ghost spoke again. Ah, that cracks me up.
Her husband often sells fake goods on his live streams. Last time, he even sold Shiwei Xingjing. When you opened it, there were still parasites wriggling inside.
How can there be such a person?
We must call him out and condemn him.
Someone suddenly realized.
This voice sounds a bit familiar.
Isn't that Gu Chen's voice? They could actually hear Gu Chen's thoughts. Oh crap, she's exposing stuff again. Who's being exposed this time? Gu Chen, you need to be clearer.
So frustrating. The funniest part was, she saw her husband selling Shiwei Xingjing on his livestream and even bought several boxes herself. But then her husband was so scared by the parasites that he couldn't sleep all night. He ended up dragging her to work hard all night long.
Oh my god, so intense. As expected of plot that can get on the highway. Can you share the details? Thanks. May the good people live in peace.
A beautiful woman on set was already blushing bright red. She had also heard that voice. After comparing, she realized the person being exposed was herself. She quickly sneaked out to make a phone call. Honey, stop selling that Xingjing stuff.
If someone makes a big deal out of it, you're finished. What? You already settled it with money? That's good. You need to cancel the contract immediately. This isn't a small matter.
After hanging up, the woman breathed a sigh of relief. That was close, almost got caught in a scandal. But before she could fully relax,
the ghost spoke again.
TSK. No sooner had she said that than she started selling fake goods on another livestream.
This time it was honey.
Wow, she added so much white sugar.
That woman completely lost it.
She rushed out again to make another call, her voice full of anger.
Stop selling fake goods. Why won't you listen? Do you know?
If this gets exposed, you'll not only be cursed at but also face a lawsuit.
I'm worried about you. Cancel the contract and come home right now, immediately. How much is the penalty? I'll transfer it to you.
After receiving the cancellation amount from her husband, you were eating melon on the side, while helping move the tent materials. Bai Ningbing wanted to come talk to you, but was tightly entangled by Gu Huai. She grew more and more irritated inside, even looking at Gu Huai with hostility.
This man is too noisy.
I really want to sew his mouth shut.
But Gu Huai was completely oblivious, shyly asking Bai Ningbing for advice. How do I get into character?
Mr. Gu, Bai Ningbing's cold voice interrupted him. Her eyes were icy, her smile so faint it was almost invisible.
Mr. Gu, the gentleman Mr. Ku beside you is very outstanding. I don't have any advice for you. If you're not busy, please step aside.
If I leave, Gu Huai, who was rejected on the spot, instantly turned pale. He could only awkwardly twitch the corner of his mouth. It was my fault, I shouldn't have disturbed you.
Sorry.
After saying that, his tears fell.
He turned and walked away resolutely. Kujin quickly chased after him. Why? Where are you going? Gu Huai's heart was full of venom.
That hypocritical bitch.
So what if he got the lead role? Where is he outstanding? Why does Best Actress Bai have to praise him?
Bitch. Kujin finally caught up to Gu Huai and saw him standing under a tree, crying softly.
Since meeting Gu Huai, Kujin knew he cried easily and was a fragile, sensitive boy inside. She walked over and asked, is it because of Best Actress Bai? Maybe she just said it casually. Don't take it to heart. She's always had a good reputation in the entertainment industry.
Gu Huai wiped away his tears. He quietly told her, actually, it's because I like Senior Bai that I'm hurt by her words.
You haven't experienced it, so you might not understand this feeling. How could Kujin not understand?
She experiences it almost every day, this feeling of being anxious and uncertain.
Thinking of this, she felt that she and Gu Huai were kindred spirits and couldn't help hugging him.
There was no trace of grievance in Gu Huai's eyes.
It was all venom and coldness.
He then said, I thought I would be chosen as the lead actor. That way, I could build a relationship with Senior Bai in the drama.
But I never expected. I actually lost the role and only got the supporting male role.
As he said this,
Gu Huai started crying again. Kujin's heart suddenly filled with guilt.
If it weren't for her being chosen as the lead,
Gu Huai would have been the lead actor. She had ruined someone else's romantic opportunity.
Now the roles were set
and couldn't be changed.
Kujin wasn't foolish enough to swap roles. After all, she earned the lead role through her own hard work. She auditioned for the male lead because she wanted to be worthy of Gu Qinghai.
Kujin,
you're more outstanding than me, that's why you got the lead role.
But I truly like Senior Bai. Can you promise me one request?
Gu Huai wiped his tears, a glint of triumph flashing in his eyes.
Tell me. Kujin agreed without hesitation, as long as she could do it. She would definitely help him. After all, they were friends. Promise me that you won't have any physical contact with Senior Bai, okay? This drama has kissing scenes and bed scenes.
You can request a stunt double or use camera angles.
This request wasn't too much. Kujin didn't like physical contact with people she wasn't comfortable with anyway. She immediately nodded. I promise. Gu Huai finally smiled. Kujin, you're so nice. The luckiest thing is, Kujin's heart warmed, and she also smiled. Huai, you should smile more. Actually, you look very handsome when you smile.
But my brother is better looking than me, and he also likes Senior Bai.
Last time on the variety show, they were always on the same team.
I'm afraid that during this filming, he might do something bad to Senior Bai.
Senior Bai was hit by him before. He will definitely threaten Senior Bai. Gu Huai started stirring up trouble again. This kind of thing? Kujin was completely shocked.
Although she didn't know the specifics.
But even Senior Bai was hit by him? That's too much. Best Actress Bai is such a good person. How could he do that? He's not even a man.
Yeah. That's why my brother has so many haters. I'm really worried that if he continues like this, he'll be despised by everyone.
Gu Huai continued to add fuel to the fire. Kujin rolled her eyes internally. Thanks for caring. You're not afraid of being despised? Everyone is welcome to despise me. Kujin thought for a moment and said, then I'll keep an eye on them for you anytime. If anything happens, I'll let you know. Thank you, Kujin. You're such a good person. Gu Huai was smug inside. With just a few words, he got a sincere friend and a free spy. Not a bad deal.